Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Toxic Masculinity. I am Dan to be Severn, and I'm joined by my cohort, none other than Don the Predator Frye. And another one of our cohorts here, we have Rich Moreno. Rich, can you tell us who is our guest this evening and something about him?
Yeah, today we're lucky enough to have Nick Pipes Webster, retired Navy chief, expert dog trainer. Been all over the world doing it, and now he's in the private sector, and he's here to talk to us today about all kinds of cool stuff. Hey, thanks for coming down, Nick.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me. Don, it's great to see you again. It's been 8 years. Wow. It's been a waste of time. I appreciate everyone having me here. I'm just thankful for the opportunity to hang out with you guys.
So, no, I was just going to say you definitely from a military family because if you know the fact that you said your mom was involved in the military, you had a brother that was involved in the military. What about your father? Was he also in the military?
Yeah, my whole family was in the military. Yeah, my dad, both my brothers and my mom were all in the military. So my dad served, many years. My mom served a couple years and got out when she was pregnant with myself. So yeah, my whole family's been in the military. So they probably had some sort of influence on, hey, the military gives you a check every month, freaking food in your stomach, roof over your head, so probably persuaded me a little bit because, shit, I don't know what I was going to do any damn way. So
Was your mom a Marine Corps gunny sergeant?
I know, yeah, you'd think, right? No, she was in the Army. She worked on helicopters, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, like my dad did. But, yeah, I don't know. She probably should have been the Marine. She's hard-nosed.
Yeah. My mom, too. Yeah, my mom would have been a good Marine. Yeah.
She could have been one.
She's
Sure.
tougher than nails, boy.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past it.
So where's the first place they stuck you?
Well, I went to boot camp, Chicago. Then my first duty station was in Japan, actually. In Sasebo, Japan, on a ship, the USS Fort McHenry. 18-year-old Nick Webster shows up in Japan to, I don't even remember, Nagoya, whatever airport, I think. And Nagoya, it was like, yeah, here I am. And that's when the journey started, literally, right? Yeah, so I was on a ship for 3 years there. And then went on a lot of cruises, a lot of places, a lot of carrot cruises. So it's a lot of cool stuff and didn't have to be out to sea very long.
What year was this?
97. Yeah.
97.
Yeah, July 97. Yeah, we didn't even say that. Yeah, July 9th, 1997. And so, yeah, that was when it all started. Japan, welcome. Oh, okay, shit.
So how long were you in the Navy before you got involved with the dogs?
Yeah, so I did my 3 years over in Japan, 3 different ships, did a cross deck. And then I went to England. And then when I got to England, I was there on shore duty. And came time for me to get ready to get out. I've been in like this point like 4 years or something, so you get a little bored to talk about your career. Went and talked to this Master Chief, and he asked me, and I was like, no, I ain't doing this no more, and I didn't like what I was doing. So I just happened. He's like, well, what would you like to do, or blah blah blah, whatever. And
How can we get you to stay?
Yeah, basically, it's called a career development board. They're trying to persuade you for retention, obviously.
Career bullshit board.
Yeah, but luckily this wasn't bullshit because this dude helped me out. This Master Chief Dungan was his name, and he asked me, and I said, well, Dan, does the Navy got dogs? And he was like, yeah, they got a canine. And I was like, because I heard dogs at the front gate, like barking from the kennel or something, and I didn't even know the military even had dogs.
Say, hey, does the Navy have turkeys?
Yeah.
I'm really good with turkeys.
If I'd have heard them, but like, they got turkeys in the Navy?
I know my way around a turkey.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times when I came back, when I was in England, a lot of times I came back, it was about daylight, so it might have been rooster. It could have been roosters. So I've been like, we got roosters in the Navy? But yeah, I heard dogs, and I just happened to ask the damn question, and question not asked is a question not answered. And I just asked him, and he told me, what we could do in the Navy as far as this. And then there's a school, which is the dog school, which is after MA school. And I said, well, what about... So
what's MA school?
So MA is like Master at Arms, like security and stuff like that, base security, like base police type stuff. But
so that's along the lines of like...
just like a cop.
Yeah, like the cop lineage.
Right. So every job, certain job fields have certain NECs, Navy Enlisted Codes, which is a specialty school that goes with your rate, right? They call it a rate. Well, I was an MA, and then I went to dog school right after that. It's a C school. So it's an extra school. You get a code, but you a little more of elite status of that actual rate. And so then got me both schools. He called me on the phone, and he said, or called me in his office, got me a school, and I left within like 5 months, like to school. And that's when.
Where was that at?
And that was in San Antonio, Texas, is where the 341st Dog Squadron. That's where all dog handlers are trained, and all dogs are trained. So they all go through there.
That's the hub of.
That's the hub. That's the hub of the military working dog program. And so everything starts there. And so I went to dog school in January of 2002, and boom, here I am, Norfolk, Virginia, 2003 as a E4, MA3, K9 handler. Let's go.
So what's a typical?
Let's get it.
Look out, world.
Let's go.
Webster's got a dog.
Yeah. Let's get it.
And a turkey.
What
And a rooster.
Yeah. What do you? So what's a day like for that guy there?
Being a handler. Well, I think everyone that thinks about having a dog handler, being a dog trainer, is like, oh, you're around dogs, get to pet dogs all day, walk around petting dogs. Like, shit ain't like that. It's not like, if it was like that, everybody be doing it probably, But it's like a lot of, you get there and you spray down, and, Norfolk had about 30 kennels, and they were all about 20-something of them were full. So it's a 22 pans, spraying 22 kennels out and washing them, and that's all before you go start working the road or whatever. You're doing all that for the first hour and a half, for us, we have, we arm up or whatever, and we get our dogs and load them up and get the water and the gear and everything we need for the day, and then we just start our day with we have training requirements. We have utilization, which is search sniff time and bite work, obedience, and all that shit. And you have to get so many hours or so many minutes per month to meet the standard. And so and you have jobs in between there, searching vehicles, maybe a bomb threat, maybe a maybe a narc sweep, drug sweep, bomb sweep, whatever, different shit. And so, you do all that throughout the entire shift, and that's just a day-to-day on the base type thing. That doesn't matter for like you're preparing for combat or any of that shit,
Yeah.
So, but as a basic handler, that's what you're gonna be doing. Basically, what you're told to do, as an E4.
So, do people get deployed from there?
Yeah. So there's when we have conflicts going on, we're separated into regions, right? So every region is like you got PAC, you got Swiftland. There's different places that they're regionalized, and that's their area. So when I was in Norfolk, I was in the south, the Mid-East region, or I think they call it Mid-East or Mid. I don't really remember because I've been retired. But that region belongs to a lot of different, from Georgia all the way up to Maine or whatever, and all the kennels in there. So for getting a deployment, it's a selection. Hey, we need to hit up this region. They even went, and then it goes. It's just kind of like any, mini, money, mo. But everybody's got to put in their part. So everyone's got to pay. So I did 2, and then they got to give 2 next time. So it's just like that. It's just whatever. We need a bomb dog. Okay, they got 10. There's 8 of them certified. There's 6 on the base or whatever it is. They can afford to lose 1. That's how it works. And then it's a rotation. You don't know where you could be going. You don't know where you're going, right? Just, hey, you're next up for Iraq, or you're next up for Afghanistan.
Hey Dan, did you hear that he retired after 21 years and 22 days? What do you think about that? And he wanted to make sure.
22 days. Well, again, I just simply know that. Go ahead.
Yeah, he just wanted to make sure we got those 22 days, not 21 days, not 23 days.
Oh.
I just said every day counted.
No, that is one of the perks. That is one of the perks of going into the military. I mean, you serve 20 years basically, and then you can come on out. But I mean, it's not you're not guaranteed a safe 20-year run. I mean, whereas most people, they've got to work at least 30 years out in the public sector. Your military and your anything that deals with law enforcement and that corrections. I mean, you got 20-year type of careers that can go beyond that. But it's kind of, I think it's kind of nice knowing that you can put 20 years in, and then if there's something else you want to do in life, you can do that. So, do you do something different now with your career, or are you still in line with what the dogs said, Nick?
Yeah, so after my 21 years is up, and I decided to keep it moving because they wanted to move me out of dogs, actually, to back to a ship or something. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I could have gave 3 more years with my current rank, and I just I declined that offer respectfully, immediately.
Did the dogs request that you were moved out?
No, hey, the dogs would request I stay. Yeah, they were like, please don't go.
Sure.
Hey, you can ask them. If you see one, ask them. Yeah, so like after I declined that offer, I went ahead and got out, and I'd left Virginia and I moved to where I'm at in Tennessee, and I started my own thing. I actually started before I left Tennessee. I started Ears Up Canine in February of 2018 before I retired, and I was just doing puppies, a lot of 12-week, 16-week-old puppies, and I was doing boarding trains in my dining room where I was keeping puppies, and they were staying in my dining room, and even the little ones I would carry them up in a kennel, and I would have them beside my bed sometimes. Like I was doing it's like really from the ground up, like starting in your garage, but you're starting a band or something. You know what I mean? Like that's how I started, and I just said, I need more land, I need more opportunity, whatever. So I moved to Tennessee. On a whim, just came here once. I liked it, said I'm doing it because I've been moving my whole life. So moving again wasn't shit for me because I ain't been nowhere 2 or 3 years in the past 21 years. So people say, why'd you move to Tennessee? You didn't know nobody? And I'm like, well, shit, I ain't know nobody in a lot of places I've been. And so I was like, whatever. So started Ears Up K9 down here in Tennessee, and since then, it's just been very blessed to have the business that I've had and the way it's taken off, and I just enjoy I have a passion for training dogs, so it was very easy for me to make that decision to keep doing it because I like training, I like seeing the results, and I like seeing changing dog owners' lives. So when they see their dogs that are a complete out of control, just straight chaos, and they see their dogs train, and when I see the look on their face, it just kind of like makes it all worth it, no matter what.
Nick, when you're training these dogs, I mean, are they just for different types of the sectors that you came from? Are they more for the military or for law enforcement, or do you train dogs on all levels for people that just want a more obedient dog? I mean, so explain a little bit more in that.
Yeah, so it's a good thing that like when I was in the military, I learned that side of training like Malinois and Shepherds and high drive dogs, and then now I'm more in the pet world where I'm giving dogs off leash freedom where they don't even know how to sit on a leash, and I'm training them to be off leash trained and on command. So like I'm doing anything from Frenchies to I got next week I have a Dogo Argentino coming in. So, but the point I was trying to say about the working dogs, it's training those high-end dogs and those high-energy dogs, and then coming and training different dogs. It's always different training. So the obedience that I do now, the obedience on leash, off leash, e-collar training, behavioral modification, where dog aggression or human aggression, and then the type of dog really doesn't matter. I do a lot of behavioral stuff. So it's not always about the obedience and training. It's changing the dog's mind to think something different through conditioning. And that's kind of what I do. And it doesn't really matter. I'm not really doing any bombs or drugs, things like that. I do this on my own. I run this shop by myself.
Explain that Dogo Argentino.
They're a pretty
dog.
Controversial breed.
Yeah. I know they're beautiful dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I don't know. Like I haven't never had any problems with them. I trained a few, but you got to really have.
How big are they?
Oh, man, this puppy I'm about to get in next week, it's like not even a year old, and it looks like it's a full-grown dog.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
It's huge. They get to be like well over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big dogs, but I don't know. I can know of worse dogs I wouldn't want to have.
So let's go back a little bit from when you were in San Antonio, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get deployed. How many times did you get deployed?
I deployed out of there. I deployed when I got stationed in Virginia. I went to Iraq in 2005. January of 2005, I went to Iraq. Got our gear. It was like back when things were just starting up not too long before that. And it's like you get your gear, you get your. I don't even remember. You get your dog and you get in the truck and you drive to Dover, Delaware, and you hop on a plane and you go to Germany.
Are you assigned a dog?
Yeah.
That's your dog. You're not like just picking a dog out of a kennel.
No. So yeah, when you get to, I guess we didn't even.
Yeah, how does that happen?
You get assigned a dog, you know. So you can get a drug dog, you get a bomb dog. You don't really know what dog you're going to get, but we want to try to match a dog up to your personality, you know, kind of. You don't want a dog that's very overbearing and you're kind of quiet and shy, you know, because it's hard for you to come out of your shell. So we try to match up a dog for the person. Sometimes it's always not that easy. If there's one dog and one handler, then that's your dog, you know. But they do dog swaps. I mean, you can do a dog swap.
They have those parties?
Yeah. Did you hear about those?
I never heard about those.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
who knew? See, that's why we have guests like you.
This is in 2002, bro. This has been
It's way past that now.
It's been back a long time. They were like the first ones. But yeah, you could depend on who's been and who needs to go. You could do a dog swap, and that handler be trained up on that dog and must certify through, you know, whether through the kennel master, so must certify on that dog before you can go down range. So yeah, you're assigned a dog. I had a bomb dog named Jury, and 105-pound Belgian Malinois. He was a horse of a dog, and got certified. Yeah, you're going to Iraq. This is where you're going. Got on a plane, flew to Germany from Dover, which is like a couple-hour drive maybe from Virginia, Norfolk, and then landed in Balad, Camp Anaconda, and no one picked us up. And we were like there for a minute, like, what the fuck? So we had to find.
Of course, you had a big ugly dog with you.
Well, it was a bunch of it, wasn't just me. So it was quite a few of us. It was like 5 of us, 6 of us. But the thing is we fly in sometimes late at night. It was just late at night, and they didn't know.
What did you think they were going to have a sign saying "Pipes" right here?
No, but
limo.
But the thing about it is when you don't have any, like, there was no pre-deployment training. Now there's schools and shit you go to before, but there was no pre-deployment training. So it was just like you literally just flying in from your base to Iraq. Here you are. Okay, where are we going? What are we doing? Like, you don't know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, but you don't know where the fuck you're going. Like,
it's not an itinerary.
We're here. Like, it's not. Yeah, it ain't like report to. It's just someone's supposed to pick you up, whatever, get you. It's where y'all stay in and I'll hooch or whatever, and then it just goes from there. But. And you don't even know where you're working at. You know, you don't fly in and know where you're going. Like, oh yeah, this showed me where I'm working. It's just like you just kind of go with the flow,
wing it.
I mean, what the fuck? You know, be like, where are we working at? Where am I sleeping? Where's my shower? Like, shut the fuck up. This is where you're sleeping. Yeah.
Where's the toilet at? That's what I want to know.
Oh,
yeah, no shit.
A fucking mile away. Usually a mile away from where you sleep. Yeah. That sucks. You got to piss in the middle of the night. And you're like, I'm just gonna go around this tent. Yeah. You got to walk a damn mile to go to a pisser.
Piss on the general shoe. And you go, oh.
We used to piss in bottles. We used to have these big old liter bottles, and we would empty them out, and that's what we would. If we had to go, I just fucking piss in the bottles, and then like
try not to drink it during the night. Huh?
Yeah. Well, no, you just leave them outside. But I'm just saying, like, hey man, you need to do piss bottle cleanup, bro. Like, you got 3 piss bottles because it's too fucking far to walk to piss. You piss in one of them big old bottles. Yeah. So, but yeah, you just get there, and that's the way it was then. So
you're in Iraq now. What are your missions? What are your dogs doing?
I was in charge of the kennel, so I was an E5, and I had a couple other Air Force, or I had 2 Army guys. One was an E5, one was an E4. I was more senior, and I had another guy that was with me, a junior guy, an E5, and so I kind of ran the kennel. So we worked with I was kind of attached to the Army at that point. Initially attached to, and then we. So we have to talk to them. They don't know our shit. Don't know nothing about K9, whatever. So we got to talk to them, get them all, warm and fuzzies and how things are going to go, and then and this and that. So, and then we get missions in, and we have to. It's a lot of politicking, right? Where I got to go in there and be like, hey, listen, we're here for this. I have 2 bomb dogs. We're here for missions. We want to go out with. I don't care. We're going out with group. Going out with any Delta, any ODA, any entity, we want to go on these missions because we want to sit on the fucking fob and search vehicles or whatever dumb shit that, and we want to do some shit.
Get in the mix.
Yeah, we want to see some action. So I make sure they understand that we're fully capable and qualified, and if you keep us here, you're just deteriorating an asset. And, so we got to go on a lot of missions and get to go do some really cool stuff. Just, it comes in like a request.
How do you find really cool stuff?
Well, you encounter stuff.
Well, what the fuck is stuff? Come on, man.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you.
Come on there.
Have another sip and then spill the beans.
That's called clickbait.
Yeah, it's here, Webster.
They'll be on the next episode.
Clickbait, yeah. Yeah, so request comes in. It can be anything. They want a bomb dog team. We might have a spotter go with us, which is just a single person to watch your six. And I'm watching my dog. I usually watch everything else because I'm usually watching the dog. So just it could be anything. Doing any high speed missions where maybe they're trying to locate a terrorist, or they're trying to find a cache, or they think there's something in this area. They want the dogs to clear it first because they don't have obviously any assets to walk and clear stuff. So it's good to have a bomb dog no matter what mission you're doing to clear a path, clear a route. Dogs in front, clears it, everyone else come through. So whenever they can get a dog on a mission, they're like, it's awesome, because if not, they're just kind of just walking, So a lot of really cool explosive missions, searching for bombs and stuff like that, and having finds, having like your first find is the craziest thing in the world, because it's like they got a saying, whenever you're when you have a drug dog, you want it to sit, and when you got a bomb dog, you never want to see it sit.
If he starts running the other way, you go, oh shit.
Yeah, but they train to sit, so I'll be in trouble. I'll be like, what the hell is he doing? Must be big.
We ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, we're done anyways. Well, you're probably done anyways if it goes off. It doesn't matter how big it is, probably. But you get your first find, and it's a what puckers up, and it just makes you just you just appreciate your dog, really.
Do the rest of the troops appreciate what's going on there? I mean, I'm
they're
sure
still
they do.
alive.
Yeah,
I'm sure they do. I mean, if the dog doesn't find it, and we walk over a pressure plate, and someone steps on it, everyone's dead. I mean, probably, most likely. I mean, somebody be like, "Oh, everybody would die," but it's not going to be a good day for nobody. So you trust that dog, and the dogs have to maintain the bomb dogs must maintain a 95% proficiency rate. So there's no equipment nowhere that's more accurate than a dog's nose. Nothing to this day. Machines you run under, nope, they're not as accurate as a dog. So that's why they're so highly, they want them everywhere. They're highly regarded, and anytime you can get a bomb dog on a mission, hell yeah. And anytime you can get a patrol dog as a dual purpose, either it could be bomb and a patrol, or drug and patrol. And if you get that, then you have a double. It's like you have two assets.
Are they trained in attacking also? Those same dogs?
That's what I'm saying. Dual purpose.
Yeah. So no, I know you said drugs or bombs.
No, drugs
bombs go together.
No, hell no. Because hell, if they sit, you be like, "What you sitting on, buddy?"
I don't know, man, but this thing right here,
you don't want it. Or a Claymore mine. Yeah. So no, it's they could be bomb and attack, which we call it patrol, bomb and patrol, or drug and patrol. So, but that's a dual purpose asset. So anything pops off, or any missions that require a bite dog, possibly.
So so they do both.
Yeah, they do both. Yeah. It's funny because people ask that question. If could a drug dog be a bomb dog? I swear, we hear it all the time. We're like, well, no. We're like, well, could you teach one to sit for drugs and down for bombs? And I'm like, I ain't trying to play with my life like that. I'm not. What he accidentally lays down or something, and I thought he was sitting, or vice versa.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Dan, did you have a follow up on that?
Falling asleep.
Yeah. Okay. No. Actually, I did. When it came to like the bomb dogs, for example, you talk about the pressure plates and that. So obviously, it's their sense of their keen sense of smell. They smell it first, or is there a special breed that's more sensitive to sniffing out bombs as opposed to sniffing out drugs or other type of aspects? I don't know if the weight of a dog is so much more different than the weight of a human being. If the pressure plate, could you give a little bit more explanation on any of that?
Yeah, Dan. So the dogs that we normally use. Depends on if it's just a straight search dog. They use a lot of labs sometimes, because a lot of the shepherds and the Malinois are dual purpose with bombs and a patrol, and drugs and patrol, whatever. So with the bomb dogs, for example, the Malinois, the GSDs, the labs, those are the best dogs that we have found that have the best noses. But when we're also I'm talking about going down range, but when we're on installation, say Norfolk, we have submarines. So you're not taking a 105-pound Malinois, like drug dog, for example, down a submarine. Yeah.
He sniff out the submarine.
He ain't.
The water.
He has one even fit. Yeah. we use like Jack Russells, Springer Spaniels, dogs like that are small that can fit down in submarines and can search thoroughly. Vice a dog like Gage, like Jury, that was 100 pounds, even though it was a bomb dog.
What would they be looking for?
Well, I mean, the bomb dogs. Well, they're trained on a numerous amounts of odors, like 11 odors.
More specifically on a submarine, what you would think those
dogs.
are your guys.
Well, we do drug sweeps there normally
For our own guys.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because that's high. It's like
what else are you gonna do on a submarine?
No. I mean, we do ships too. Ships, building, people bring it to work. People come to the gates with it. Someone requests a drug sweep. Maybe I found something. Someone popped on a piss test. They requested a drug dog. Then we'll go in and we'll sweep the submarine or whatever. Do a health and I think they call it a health and comfort or something like that. Yeah. So, but with the bomb dogs.
You want to just get Hunter Biden's phone book and
no,
go through it.
I thought we wasn't going there.
Yeah, I thought we weren't going to talk about that. So
I'll tell you who has it.
But yeah. So
on the you notice a lot of Belgian Malinois are picked to be bite dogs or whatever you call it. Or downrange. They're used in law enforcement. They're used in the military. What do you think it is about that breed that's attractive to dog handlers?
I mean, what's not attractive about a Belgian Malinois? I don't know.
He lit up.
Wow. But they're loyal. They're loyal, right?
I'm biased, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell, but yeah, I'm a little bit biased. I guess, if you're talking about a working dog, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It's like for me, it's different because I have a pet. I have pets that are Malinois that also are trained to bite. But having a Malinois in the military, I just kind of I know what I'm getting. After being around them so long with a Malinois, you're typically, not always, quote me, most of the time you get in a Malinois, you know what you're getting: high drive, high bite, hard pressure, drive through, like I said about drive with hunt drive and search time. Dog won't get tired. Dog might get tired. Dog won't quit. Dog will go. A lot of Malinois will search until they're physically exhausted and can't move anymore. Some other dogs just quit, lay down. You know what I mean? Like maybe a shepherd is kind of like you don't know what you're going to get. Right? You might get a good one. You might get a one. I don't know. But I feel like with a Malinois, you know what you're getting every time, and it's like. But the thing is, being able to channel that drive and make it productive, and that's where experience comes in. As a brand new handler, you got a Malinois that's just wanting to just eat everybody's ass and search it, and you got to stop. You got to be able to control that to when you need to use it. That's where the handler comes in. So it's the double-edged sword, depending on who you are. Don't be careful what you wish for sometimes. So or what you ask for.
Yeah,
you get something like, oh, I didn't know I was getting all that.
Believe me, I know that one.
Yeah, we talked about it.
So you go to Iraq. You're doing these missions. What happens from there? I'm sure you get all kinds of missions from there, right? Not just Iraq.
Well, when you're in Iraq?
No. I mean, where do you go from there?
Oh, after I'm done there?
Yeah, and how does your job description change? We were talking earlier, and you're climbing the ladder here. You're getting more responsibility.
Yeah, so we'll just speed it up a little bit. So I went back to station. Luckily, I survived, didn't have any crazy injuries or anything, and all my fingers and toes are intact. So I was blessed in that aspect. A lot of missions, a lot of good things happened. Some fines, some good stuff. Fun stuff.
Yeah. That's. Yeah. I want to talk about that, but like he was saying, what did you find?
Oh well, I mean, you're always gonna a lot of caches. Cache people having weapons they're planning on using against you or using they're just weapons caches and stuff like that. I
saw one today.
Yeah, I saw one here. But you really want to get that stuff because they're using it against us and stuff like that. So finding some explosive, for example, like a HB IEDs, the house-born IED, being able to it's really hard for certain dogs to do things like that because you have to train that way, you know what I mean? But that's such a good dog, and searching a door before a team goes in to clear the building, whether it be to find, maybe it could be a hostage situation, I don't know, just depends on what it is. Could be maybe a high HVT, a high-vis target that we want to capture, may not want to kill, whatever, depending on the situation. You're not going there, just going there to do a job. But depending on what the mission is in the job before you leave to find out exactly what target is, what mission is, and snap, and then, we go start. For example, went to a place where there was a building where it was like it was basically like it was been set up, so it was like det cord going around the door, and a lot of things were trying to bait us in. You get in. Like say if your dog does not respond to say like det cord, it's running maybe to some C4 or to I don't know, depending on what they're using, Claymore. It depends on what they're using, C4, TNT, whatever. They use a lot of like a HME, which is homemade explosives.
There's so many variables, right?
Well, it could be anything. They're probably not using C4 and things like that, but use a lot of rockets and stuff, and they hook it like HME is a big thing. It's called HME is homemade explosives. You can make an explosive with some Drano. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's so many different like fuel, like diesel fuel oil, like ANFO. They can make it out of gas. You know what I mean? So we train our dogs on ANFO, and so. They do a lot of HME, which is basically like looks like wood chips soaked in like soaked in like a gasoline or something, and then it's detonated by something det cord. But anyways, so homemade explosives comes in different varieties. But my dog Jury actually alerted at the door before we opened the door because that could have been a trip, something to set something off when one person goes in, or it could wait till everyone went in, and that day was a remote phone, whatever, from a mile away or whatever. So my dog responded at the door, and we didn't. We just called in. We took our steps with the EOD and whatnot, this and that, and for sure it was a big bomb. A lot of explosives inside buried.
At that point, is it just boom and back out, or what?
We're out of there.
Yeah.
We gotta get when we back out there. We set up 6 and 12s. We set up everything, and then we call in.
How far away do you evacuate?
Well, it depends on the size of the bomb.
Right.
Honestly,
right.
we don't know.
If
a
you
long
can't
ways
find
away.
it,
A long ass ways away.
And if you don't find it, but the dog does, and you don't visualize it, how far do you?
Yeah. So it's not like that's a car or that's a bus, right? Yeah. So we don't know. We're gonna get, I don't know. I'd say 500 meters, 500 yards, 500, man, 500 meters, but 500 yards away. I mean, that's a good distance. You just want to set
5 football fields.
Just want to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
It's
like about a mile, right?
I feel like it's like you just know the distance, like to get away. Like I know to just get away. We're not gonna be like at the road, or whatever. Like it's, a few hundred feet, 4 or 5. I mean, you need to be out of there, a good ways. But and we set up, and then they come and do what they do, and they set up their own stuff, and then they end up blowing the house, or if they can, like EOD does all this, so they come in, maybe if they can disarm it or whatever, they do all this cutting wires and shit. So if they can disarm it, they'll do that and clear it, and then we can still get what we wanted to get out of there or whatever, depending on what's going on. Could be someone in there that needs to be captured, and he's wearing a bomb vest.
Right.
I mean, and he's like, "Oh, help me!" And you get close, and boom, done. That's happened before. For sure. I mean, I ain't seen it, but I know it's happened.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. Suicide bombers. It's walk up to the gate and set themselves off. Boom, done.
Right.
So, I mean, a lot of stuff like that, man. A lot of roadside. I found some roadside stuff, stopping people. We're out there in the front. There's just 2 dog teams because it's a lot to search with one dog. So you need 2 bombers out there, and we're actually clearing and, finding a lot of HME, a lot of buried rocket, things like that. Daisy chain. I found a daisy chain one time. But I think Dan asked about pressure plates and the weight of the dog, and I wanted to go back and answer that because
he's asking for a different reason, though.
Yeah, but the weight of the dog doesn't really matter because it goes by what the pressure plate is actually set to. For like any dog is going to weigh more than a few pounds, so and if that happens, then it doesn't matter anyways because we all go. It goes boom, and we go die. We turn into a pink mist. So we train our dogs. Well, they want to train dogs to work to source as close as they can, but when I go to combat, I train my dogs to respond away from source. So source is where you encounter where I want them to encounter the majority strength of the odor, and so. I want him to sit a couple feet away from when we're doing roadside sweeps, just for that reason. But we don't want them to step on nothing, any dog, because it, sometimes it won't go off, maybe, right? But I'm not taking my chances with that kind of with that.
Do you think these dogs have you have your basic senses, right? Your smell and your sight and stuff like. You think they got something else? You think they have an extra sensory that
Sixth sense?
Yeah, something that they feel.
I definitely think dogs feel energy. You can tell I think dogs can tell your energy, and not just by your body language or your face, but they can feel. I feel like they can feel your energy.
Like read your aura,
like a vibe,
right? Yeah,
like a straight vibe, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of know, like it's I don't know. You walk into a room where you're like, it's like damn, it's tense in here. Like I've walked into many rooms like that. You're like, you just feel the energy.
Yeah.
Dogs can do the same thing. I feel like, but on a different level, But their sight, you're seeing, they're hearing, their noses are unparalleled. You wouldn't even be able to probably fathom how far they dog can smell something with the right windage. Being on downwind. I mean, could be miles.
Yeah. Rich, what I was wondering about, actually, this comes right back to you there, Nick. Nick, have you had the honor of meeting Don's mascot there, Quinny?
Yeah, she's currently feeding off of Don's energy.
And,
She's asleep.
and
Good girl.
And if
Good
you
girl.
have met, and if you have met Quinny, is there any hope for her at all?
She's a very well behaved animal. Princess.
What are we hoping
Okay,
for? I guess.
I wasn't talking about Quinny. I'm talking about the owner now, Don.
Yeah. Well, that's same answer. It's like same answer. What are we hoping for?
Yeah, hey, and, along those lines, while we're on the subject, and I'm asking for a friend, all this, and he happens to be sitting right here.
Yeah.
Does any of these training methods work on women?
You mean like sit, stay?
Anything, man. Anything that'll give this guy
It's a big command.
anything that'll give this guy a little bit of an advantage. You know what I mean? From what his traditional training methods are.
My failure.
Well,
failure rate.
Failure, yeah.
Well, I tell you that they tell us in the dog world, a lot of people talk to their dogs too much. So maybe you should start using more like body language or facial pressure, something like that to get your point across. Maybe talking doesn't work.
Sometimes you show how much you know by how much you don't say.
Just be aggressive. That's what I say. Yeah. In everything you do, be aggressive. Do you think you can handle that?
She don't want to hear it. She turned around and
She turned her back to you.
typical's just turned her butt towards us and think that's going to answer everything.
Well, it did. We all looked.
She's like, I'm out. Sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, hey, you know what? I was just thinking we forgot to say that Dan the Beast Severn is currently coming to you live from his island in Michigan. There has been some fights there. I'm not going to say it's Fight Island, but I mean you could say that. But he is currently on his island, and I'm pretty sure there's been a fight or two there.
Yeah.
How's that going over there, Dan?
What's your record?
Well, so far I'm pretty much I'm 0-5, I think. I'm not doing too well on the fights.
0-5.
At least
But no,
you
this
ain't
is,
inside to do the podcast. She allowed you, sold you some
Well,
electricity.
the cool part is, I mean, this. Yeah, this is it's a cool environment to be on a little 1-acre island here in the state of Michigan. So I always said that the thought of owning an island would never come into my mind, but especially owning one out in say the ocean, because I'm not a strong swimmer to begin with, and there's a lot of things in the water there that can hurt you and or kill you. And I don't like being out in big open water like that. And in the back of my mind, I hear the theme song, dun dun, dun dun, dun dun. And being a larger, more so, I know
I
that
thought maybe it
might
could be
have
the
some
theme song to Moby Dick.
Appetizers. Yeah. I just don't want them to bypass all the little appetizer and go for the buffet over here. So, it's really kind of cool just having like this property. But, for you there, Nick, I'll let you know that there is a dog on the island, and his name is Milo. And you would think that Milo wouldn't be getting any trouble, at least not be running away because he's surrounded by water. But he gets into trouble on a daily basis because he's nothing more than a curious George trying to see turtles and, see the novelty of a fish come up close to shore. And then there's other, animal life that he's never seen before, like mushrats and that.
Mm.
So
I think you need to add a Belgian Malinois to that herd out there to protect the perimeter. You don't want anybody just showing up randomly and trying to
Jumping
no,
off
actually,
the boat.
I've learned quite a bit there about this Belgian Malinois.
Yeah, speaking about Milo though, I know a trainer. I know a guy.
I know a guy.
I know a guy.
Got a guy that does boats too. I know a guy.
Yeah.
Okay, on that same point there, Nick, after being involved in military for all those years, and now you're going into the private sector, you said your location is there in Louisville, Tennessee. Each time you say Louisville, I keep going to think that you're in Kentucky, but it's Louisville, Tennessee. How many dogs do you currently handle? And you said primarily it's for obedience, and just a couple. You said a couple of different categories, but what's the name of your operation? How can people get in contact with you?
Yeah. So it's Ears Up Canine. Ears-Up Canine is the name of the company, and it's really like, I don't know, like I guess when we talk about like, I do a couple dogs at a time, 2-3 dogs at max. I'm doing this by myself, and I want to have as much one-on-one time as possible because I'm the one doing all the training. It's just me. So I maximize the time spent with the dog, and I have 2 Belgian Malinois on my own. So any dog I train is extra. So it's a lot of work, even just by myself with 3 other dogs. So it's that's about the max that I do. But as far as the training, I just want to touch on one thing that a lot of people may not really understand. It's not really about the sit down, stay, come aspect, because I really, buddy of mine said this before. He's like, I think a trained monkey can teach a dog to sit down and stay. It's not that hard, but it's the really hard part is to teach. See. Down, stay. Look at that.
Nobody taught him.
Yeah, trained monkey. But the biggest part is teaching the owners how to properly live with their dog and providing education to them on how to, establish structure. The foundation, is the most important thing, and have rules. I was talking to Rich earlier about just something basic that you can do with your dog or whatever, right? And like I told him, you replace wanted behaviors with, or replace unwanted behaviors with wanted behaviors. You just change it up. You show the dog what is okay and what's not okay. And when you start establishing a house that it's calm and it's black and white, where inside is for laying down and relaxing, and outside is for training and running and playing and all that other stuff, that is when your dog becomes stable, and then your obedience can excel from there. But a lot of people don't have any of that. They don't have no obedience, and the dog is all over the place. He's running amok. He's jumping on couches. He's jumping on counters, eating the dinner off the counter. They're pissing in the house. I don't know, kennel. It's complete chaos. So when that is done, and when I teach owners that, and I do that with every dog I have, they earn their freedom. It's called earned freedom, So they have to earn it through, and they must do walk. It's almost like being in a boot camp, But then I give them more freedom as they earn it through training, and they start experiencing what off-leash freedom actually is, and they love it, and they're like, oh yes, I want more of this, and they start to appreciate the structure and the rules because they want to be led. They don't want to lead you. So that's actually the real training. The other part is, it's training, it goes with it, but like e-collar off-leash training is a lot different. It's way more in depth, obviously, but like the sit down, stay, the little basic stuff that anybody can do, that stuff is extra as far as like I like to build the relationship and set the tone for the entire house first. Because what's good at having a good obedient dog that has no rules? That doesn't make any sense. Right. Like you couldn't have a great obedient dog that had no structure. That doesn't exist. So structure is first.
So what are some things
that the difficult?
Go ahead, Dan.
The difficult part about that, though, would you say, Nick, is the fact that do you really have to work with the dogs more or with the owners more to get the end result?
Well, I hope it's the dogs more because I keep them for about 3 weeks. So if I
don't want to be around the owners that much.
I can't keep the people for 3 weeks and then do 3 hours with the dog. That wouldn't work. But no, it's actually I do the least amount. Obviously, my turnovers are extensive. They're 3 to 4, probably like maybe 3.5 hours, depending on the package, right? On how much stuff. But anywhere from between 2 to 3.5 hours when they pick their dog up as to what the turnover is going to be with going over the paperwork, and then application skills where I'm doing the commands and they're doing the commands, and I'm critiquing them. They're going to mess up, and then I'm going to fix them, and then I'm going to show them the right way. And that is what I do on pickup. But when I have the dogs, for me, that's the easiest part because I like training the dogs. The turnover is not hard. It's just like monotonous because I do it a lot. But it's probably, I do less of that at the end, but it's probably the most important part. Because if they don't retain what I say or the way I train their dog and the paperwork I give them, if they don't keep up with it, the dog can go back from trained back to his old ways in half an hour. Like, they're back. They're not going to do nothing. They're not going to hold me accountable. Watch this. They're going to do what you allow them to do.
Yeah.
I'm choking over here. I got to get some water.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that was one of the reasons why I asked that question, is because I was wondering about the owners, as opposed to you've been doing this, for a better portion of your life, working with these dogs, both in a military basis, but then also now in the private sector. So you can see this and have much more realization for it. I'm just looking at now. I would still think that you have to teach the owners a little bit more about how to keep carrying on with the same protocol that you would want them to do to have a successful time period with their pet.
Yeah, that's really, why I say that it's 10% trainer, 90% owner. What I do is a small part of the dog's future. If you keep up with everything I've done, you're going to be okay. Practice 10. I said people give me a couple sessions a day. We don't want to train over 15 minutes a session. So, give me 30 minutes a day out of your day to train your dog and keep up with certain things, keep drilling stuff. Or they'll know that you're not going to make them, you're not going to hold them accountable, and they'll go back to being what they were before. So it does, 10% of me, I say 10%, 90 of them, because they got to keep doing it. It doesn't matter if I train the dogs. If I don't train the people, the dog ain't going to do nothing.
So how long do you think the owners need to put in per day?
That's what I said. Yeah, so like 30 minutes a day. I mean, not even, maybe 20. I mean, you just need to do a couple sessions.
Reinforcing what they've already learned, or
keep up with. Yeah, I mean, I have Gage, which is the best dog in the world by far, and
of course.
Okay. Oh, next to Quinn.
So, well,
that's just
this.
So she's here.
We got two UFC Hall of Famers here, so we got to talk about fighting.
Please do. Yeah.
So,
enough about me, man. I'm here to talk to y'all.
Do you think Milo could take Gage 3 rounds, 5 minutes?
I don't know.
You probably stand up fight. He wasn't.
Anything goes. Headbutt and everything.
I'd have to refer to my counsel, Michael Vick.
What kind of dog is Milo?
Yeah, he didn't say.
You didn't tell us.
Milo is an English Shepherd, and he's actually too smart for his own britches. He knows how to work the system.
He's too smart for you.
He knows what to do with Mama, and he knows what he can't get away with me.
No, he's English, so he'll probably retreat. But, no, that's a French, right? That's a French.
Now they just throw it down and run now.
Yeah.
They just got beat.
How much does Milo weigh?
Probably right around 40, 45 pounds.
Wow. Yeah, let's talk about some fighting too, though. Yeah. What do you think?
What did you get any fights in the Navy?
No, not any. No.
No?
Nah.
What about growing up? Do you have any
retreat? Right?
Yeah. What about growing up? Were you a fighter in school?
I mean, I got in fights. I don't know. Like I've been in fights in my life. Yeah, I mean, quite a few probably. But seems like, growing up, I've been in fights. I got beat up, of course. I've won. I've lost. We've all won and lost fight. Yeah. But I just think it just makes you who you are, and just makes you a hardened soul. And I don't know. That's how I think everyone should have their ass beat at least once.
I think there should be a government agency like the IRS that whoops your ass once a year, need it or not, just so you get that respect for people that know that never had their ass kicked.
No, they need it.
Yeah,
just especially now.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's be honest.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite fighter?
These two.
President? No, you can't. You can't. You can't.
My favorite fighter, president or not?
Any all time.
God, that's a loaded question.
Okay, give me.
It's hard. Like I like so many fighters. Like, I swear to, like, if I watch old fights, like I watch old Pride fights, old UFC fights, I watch the, UFC 1.
You still got working VCR?
Yeah, my mom does. She just made some CDs off of one other day. She was asking me how to work it. I said, shit, I don't know.
No, give me
like,
some names, man. Give me some names.
Like, man, so, like, it's like all over the place, but like, I grew, when I was younger, I was watching, I seen Dan, I seen Don. I didn't, back way back, a long time ago. Because I used to watch Pride, and I graduated in '97. I don't know how I started watching MMA, but I've been watching MMA. I feel like my whole day, like a long time. I don't know, like, I remember seeing Horace Gracie fight, so I've been watching for a long time, but. Coming up, like, it's just, obviously, I always like, kind of attract myself towards the brawlers, because I think back then I was just wanting to see somebody get knocked out, and that was the biggest thing. And so if you see someone knock someone out, you're like, I want to see that again. That was just kind of the way it was when I was a kid, because even where I was from, we didn't, like, as far as, like, Dan, like, there was no wrestling. We didn't have wrestling in my county, so I didn't grow up around it. So if I see someone wrestling, I'd be like, what are they doing? I wouldn't even understand it, because I'm not even from a place that has wrestling in their entire conference. Right. Yeah. It's all football. We don't have MMA either, but there was like karate classes across Taekwondo or something. I think Dan's got a question.
No. Actually, not a question, just a statement, really. Because
they keep your finger down, boy.
They never looked upon wrestling as being a martial arts. Did not look upon wrestling as a martial art really whatsoever. So it was, and I never really would have looked at wrestling as a martial art, but it's a sport though that you learn to control your opponent a great deal, and that's what all I would look for was control and try to prevent them from smacking me, because getting smacked is a little overrated in my book anyway.
I don't know. I don't think anyone wants to get hit in the face.
We've never asked him on the air, but Dan, who was your favorite fighters? I've never asked you that.
Yeah, but I mean, the sport was not there. I mean, again, look at that one sport. But I mean, prior to that, I watched boxing. So obviously, I like watching someone like a Mike Tyson, because of his aggressive nature, and it needs to be known that. If you stop to put your beer down, the boxing match might be over just that quickly, because he finished off so many people in that first round.
Usually,
he was very aggressive, very powerful, and I think he took a lot of people off guard because of that stature. Even though he was shorter than most of his opponents, he just possessed a great deal of power, the way he could torque that body into the punches.
Yeah, but as far as the MMA goes, who do you say, wow, that guy's a good fighter, he's well-rounded, you got to have some.
Well, again, I'm going to look at, I look at the wrestlers still as being the most dominant force, but these are now wrestlers that now have added more of the boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai arsenal to their repertoire. I mean, when you look at the top 10 fighters per weight class, you're still going to see 8 or 9 of them are going to be wrestlers that have done exactly that. To me, the sport of wrestling, why I go back to why I put over the sport of wrestling is there's a lot of, I think it pertains to a lot of life lessons even today. You're only going to get out of life what you put into it, same way that the sport of wrestling, you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. I know that Nick liked playing football. I go, what position, Nick, did you enjoy playing football at?
Yeah, I think I started playing like fullback. I think it was when I first started, and moved to play a little bit of quarterback. Played that for a while. Played some tight end when I was in high school. Further in high school, there I had things established, and I fit in better at tight end for what my height and my hands and stuff like that. I had good hands, so I kind of moved from quarterback to a tight end, which is kind of, I guess somebody just did that. They're trying to do that now, aren't they? Tim Tebow's doing that for the Jags. He's trying out a tight end, but
I hope he makes it, man. I hope he makes it.
Yeah,
I like Tebow.
Yeah. But he's kind of excited. So I played a lot of tight end. So all through high school, like basically on varsity level, I played tight end. The only bad thing that sucks is we had a running football team. So he only threw the ball like 4 or 5 times a game. So you're doing a lot of you're just a glorified lineman, really. You're doing a lot of blocking for the
I wonder if it had anything to do with the guy throwing the ball.
Or catching the ball.
Yeah, or catching the ball.
No, it wasn't with catching. But I tell you what, he could probably run faster than he could throw. So, his accuracy in throwing, probably. I mean, not saying he was a bad thrower, but the boys we had playing quarterback and running back were lightning. So we're running the option. We're pulling a tackle with a 2-pitch. So we're pulling a tackle and let that guy get on the outside. So get on the outside, get to that corner, and we did pretty good. We were pretty damn. We didn't ever lose.
A bunch of hillbillies.
Well, I mean, no, not really. I went, public school. You get all walks of life. So like down there, down in Marshall where I went to, it was you got everyone. White guys, black guys. Pretty much that's pretty much what it was. But I mean, it's just all mixed in, and like them boys can run. And I can't run that fast. So I'm a blocker. Or I catch a ball a couple of times, but. Went to state, went to semifinals for state. So we had a pretty good team. Forest Hills Yellow Jackets were the team that you ain't want to see. So, and we've cleaned up in conference. Now, I don't think we lost a conference game my entire high school career.
Wow. Did you ever have dreams of going to college and playing?
Yeah, I think I would have made it.
Were there ever any opportunities? Were there any opportunities for you to, any recruiters or anything like that, talk to you about potentially going on to college for maybe some scholarship money?
Yeah, I'd mentioned earlier, like I wish my grades were better. I probably focused more in school a little bit. I didn't have shit. I wasn't like a failure, but like I made some B's. I made a lot of C's. Back and forth, whatever.
You made B's?
Yeah, I know, right? I thought that was like an A.
Yeah.
When I got a B, I was like,
so excited,
look, Mom, I got a B.
I got a B.
She was like, that's what's up. Like, she was happy to.
Yeah.
She was never expecting me to get an A, probably, anyway. But I got an A in weightlifting.
Some goals are just unattainable,
I got an A in weightlifting. That's what I was like, yeah. Where was I? Shoot, I forgot where I was going.
The college.
Oh, yeah, the college. Yeah, I think that if I was in a different setting where they threw the ball more and where I had more opportunities, you're only as good as the passes you catch if you're a tight end or, you can be a blocker, I guess, whatever. But when you have guys that are running and going to college, going to high-end colleges and they're like fast runners, you're running the ball a lot, they're the main focus, it seems like. So I didn't have really a lot of opportunities in football, not because I wasn't good, just because I didn't have the ball thrown to me a lot, So I was a holder, like, for like extra points and shit, because you gotta have good hands to catch the ball, put it down. Like decent hands. So I definitely had good hands, but I didn't have the opportunities that I wish I had if I was at a passing school. I would have more opportunities in my life, maybe went a different route. But whatever.
You wouldn't be sitting here right
Everything
now.
happens for a reason, though. Yeah, maybe I would.
Yeah, you would, huh? For a different reason.
NFL, retired now.
Turn fighter.
Yeah, who knows, right? Yeah.
Be fighting, who's fighting all these YouTube guys and stuff.
Jake Paul,
Jake Paul fighting.
Yeah. I'd fight him today.
Yeah, I think you'll whoop him.
Just because I don't like him. No training right now.
Yeah.
Let me finish my drink. Because I don't want that. I don't think the ice will melt that fast. Maybe it would.
Hey, so let's go back. I keep wanting to go back to the progression of your military, because you ended up running the show for like all of Italy and some Africa.
Then I retired. Boom.
That's it. Done. Okay. Good night, guys. Thanks for listening in. And that one lady that.
I got a whole bunch of questions.
One viewer that's a female. Please don't take offense of the woman joke on training. Okay.
Yeah. We're talking about Quinn. Yeah.
Are we sure that's the correct pronoun?
Yeah. She, he, whatever you are today.
Hey. Whatever you want to be.
Whatever you want to be. Whatever you identify with.
You can be a freaking chip. I don't care.
I identify as a chip today.
I identify as a glass of whiskey today. What about you? What do you identify as today? What do you identify as today? A cigar?
I never thought about it.
Cheers.
9 times out of 10, you can identify as a grumpy fucker over here.
Hey.
Just don't call him one to his face.
Yeah, no, I was looking at you.
Me? Oh. What's your point? And? So you just stating the obvious?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everyone already knows me, so it's okay.
All right, so you become what's it called? Where you're like in charge, a kennel master?
Yeah, so I just don't want to I didn't want to bore you guys. So,
No,
No, like so. I was after
Well, fuck, you should have stopped at the beginning.
God. Why'd you get on the plane?
Yeah, why'd you even show up?
Why don't you get me a chimichanga? Do you have a question?
Yeah, do you have a question?
Do you have a question?
He doesn't remember.
Do you know what that's about, Dan?
No.
No.
Okay, so last night we were having dinner, and I asked my son, I'm like, have you ever met Dan? And I turned the TV towards you, and I'm like, hey, Dan, this is my son. And you're like, yes, young man, do you have a question? Like, if he was a viewer, I'm sure he's your fan, but I was just introducing him to you. He still doesn't get
Well,
it.
at the same token, I thought I was being polite by simply saying hello and,
Can I get you a glossy
trying
8
to
by
make
10?
some kind of conversation. That's all. Just trying to make some conversation.
I don't think he said hello.
Yeah, I don't think he said hi.
He just said, "Do you have a question?"
You got a question?
It was just fun.
It was good.
You had to be there. Location joke.
Yeah.
If you were a part of it, Dan, it'd be funny.
Bad reception in parts of.
We're the only. Hey, the joke's on us. We don't have an island, man. He has a fucking island.
But he can't swim.
Yeah, but he's got a skidoo.
That good. Yeah, skidoo. Yeah. So the dog stuff.
Yeah, Kennel Master.
Back to the dog stuff.
Back to the dog.
Kennel Master.
Kennel Master.
Because not just everybody becomes a kennel master, right? Just because you're working with dogs.
No. Yeah. So I was from a. When I was in Virginia, after I left Virginia where I went to Greece for a year. And after that, I debated on getting out, talked to a couple people, I ended up staying in, going to Spain. When I went to Spain, I was there for I think it was a little over 2 years. I deployed there to Afghanistan. And so in Afghanistan, actually, I'm sorry, I went to Kuwait from there. Forget. Went to Kuwait.
Kuwait a minute.
But it was like I was there for a long time. So I was in Kuwait for a while during my tour in Spain. After I left there, that's when I went to be an instructor. So we were doing duty station to duty station, right? I'm an instructor at Lackland for a long time at the dog center. Then I'm going, down to South Texas, down
You're
to Corpus
still an
Christi.
E5 at this time?
No, I'm 86 in Spain. So I'm 86 in Spain, MA1, and then I went to instructor school. During that time, there was a competition for the military working dogs, and I got basically told I was going to do it. They're like, Nick, you need to take Regina and do it. And she's like on my arm right here.
That's your girlfriend?
Yeah, my dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a girlfriend named Saber. It's my female dog. She's my daughter, my little girl, man. She's my love of my life. Yeah. Isn't that what you said about Quinn? But so eventually after that, I got recognized. I did this competition. I finished pretty decently in the competition of I think it was 50 dog handlers all over the nation. We finished in the top. Would have finished first in the bite part, but had one little minor hiccup, which was a major hiccup to a dog thing. But it was just missed one little search thing, and it cost us from first to fourth. So we finished pretty high in that out of every dog team that came to do the competition, and that's when I got nominated to go to Kennel Master School. And when I went then I went to Kennel Master School. But even as a Kennel Master, you still can be a trainer. You have to have that NEC. It's another additional school on top of that job career field. So I became a trainer in Italy, like you said, over nine. I think it's 9 installations and 4 continents. So we're in charge. It's Europe, so it's Europe, Africa, Southwest Asia. And we have Djibouti, so we have Africa, so we have 4 continents covered there. So I just travel around.
How many dogs is that?
It just depends, man. Like Bahrain has a lot of dogs. 20-something dogs. Some other kennels, like in Italy, have 5 dogs. So Greece is different than, Greece is different than Italy. Italy's different than Bahrain. Sigonella is different. So we all these depends on the mission, right? And how many dogs you need. And so I was a trainer for all those dogs. As far as the regional trainer, they reported all their reports to me. I go visit every quarter, and or every 6 months maybe, because it's hard every quarter, but every 6 months or at least once a year to do a assessment on their kennel. And then I went to Virginia to be so I was a regional trainer in Italy, and then the guy, my buddy, was retiring, so they moved him out of the regional kennel master, and I became the regional kennel master as an MA1 as an E6, which is, I think, there has only been one other E6 has been a regional kennel master ever As far as I know, you know. So usually it's a chief. Usually it's a chief doing that or higher doing that job. But after that, I went to Virginia and I was a regional trainer there and over all of the East Coast, pretty much.
How does that rank structure work? You know how like in most like MOSs or whatever, you have your platoon sergeant, your officers.
Come on, Marine. Come on, Marine.
It's been a long
Spit it
time.
out.
It's you got your staff NCOs. You got this. Then you got your XOs and you got your COs. Is that the same way in the dog handling world in the military? Did you have somebody like a ranking officer in the dog department?
Well, we all in security, so we all fall under a certain thing, right? When you're on the installation. So we report to the security officer. Everyone does it, not directly, right?
Yeah.
But you have a chief, and then the chief reports to the DIVO, whatever, whoever it is.
Yeah, but he's not necessarily the dog guy, right?
Well, the kennel, they're not.
No, they're not.
The kennel master is really overly in
With
charge
you,
of.
right? There's no one else.
Well, the kennel master, that's it. Yeah, at a kennel. I mean, I was never really even at a kennel. I was at a region. I went from region. A lot of people were like, "Oh, I went straight to region. Didn't run a kennel." I was like, "Well, I didn't have to. I went to region." And I think they mad because I skipped a level and didn't go to run a kennel. I ran a region instead, so they were kind of pissed off. Like, why is Webster get to go run a region? He ain't even been a kennel master. I said, well, man, maybe they want me to run an entire region. Maybe one kennel ain't enough for me. I don't know. Like, damn. Like, why you hating? I didn't like say no. Don't make me a kennel master at an installation. But they offered me a billet. So whatever, I don't care. People get butthurt all the time. Can't make everybody happy.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, so but as far as I do know because I ran a region, so I know how it works. So the kennel master reports to the security officer, and they just basically you're the SME, you're the subject matter expert. So they take you what you're saying with as the word, as the gospel, right?
Yeah. Out on missions, did you ever have anybody try to overrun your word on a mission or something like a?
Oh, my word?
Yeah.
Hell no. Anybody gonna talk shit to me? Nah, I'm kidding. I'm like, I'm gonna eat 5. What you gonna do about it? And I got a dog now. No, like it's funny because a lot of guys, when you know what you're talking. If you do know what you're talking about, you have no problem talking about what the subject. Well, if you're junior and you really are unsure, you may trip up and do whatever someone tells you to do because you don't want to get in trouble or whatever. But being the SME out there,
you stick to your guns, man.
You're out there to protect the safety of your dog and the well-being of your dog above everything else. And an order, just because someone orders you to do something, that doesn't mean you have to do it. It's got to be lawful. It's got to make sense. And if it comes on the thing with safety of your dog, then just say I'm not doing that. Respectfully. And that's what I did. I come across a general when I'm at the base. Hey, I need you to sweep these vehicles. My dog been working for 45 minutes or however long. It doesn't matter how long he's been working. He was tired. It was hot outside. I laid him down, water. He's resting in the shade, got water. Hey, did you go sweep these other vehicles? Or I was like, no, sir. Maybe a little sarcastic, I was like, I probably didn't say it like that. I'm just like making it sound good, right?
Now you look good. Shit's changed.
Yeah, right. Now I was like, I ain't doing that shit. But he was like, I need to sweep those vehicles. He kind of walked up. I said, my dog's taking I probably said, my dog's taking a break, sir. He's tired. He's like, listen, I need you to go sweep these vehicles now. Get it done. We got blah, blah, blah coming in. You need to make sure it's bomb-free, cleared, and everything. I said, he's taking a break. I'm not doing it, And the thing is that he tried to get up, tried to get all big-chested and tough. He's like, do you know who I am? I don't even know what he said. It doesn't matter. It was like, because I forgot. It went in in one ear, not the fucking other. Because I already knew what I was going to say after that, So he was just kind of like, what? You hear what I said? Trying to bark orders. And that's the whole thing is like having a set, of cojones is important in life because I told that guy no, he's a 2-star general or whatever he was. I was an E5, but the thing is, what's more important is my safety of my dog, and they can't win that because if I say my dog's tired and they ain't doing it, I ain't doing it. Yeah. What are you gonna go back and say? Hey, that E5 wouldn't search with his dog. He said he was tired. If I was in charge of that dude, I'd be like, well. Was tired. He? Well, was he? Was he tired?
Well,
and he'd be like, well, he was laying down, drinking water.
The dog looked at me and went,
well, shit. Yeah. Yeah. My dog was like this. But yeah, I mean, so, you got to stand up for what's, what's right. And a lot of people don't because they kind of conform and go with the flow because they don't want to cause no friction.
Yeah. Or do you have any racist dogs?
Zero.
Zero?
They all like dog food.
Dan?
Okay, yeah, quick question for you, Nick. You talked about one of your deployments was to Greece, and you said you stayed in Greece for basically a year?
That was one of my duty stations. Yeah, I was actually stationed there for a year. Yeah.
As opposed to a deployment is where you're stationed somewhere and then you get deployed there.
Were you working with the dogs at that point in time?
Yeah, I was dog handler there. I was assigned.
Working with the dogs at that time?
Yeah, I was assigned a dog when I got to Greece. I was a dog handler. Yeah. So after I left Virginia, I went to Greece as a dog handler and picked up a new dog. But we just call it like that's my next duty station because I was stationed there for a year. And I guess we call deployments like Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait, Syria. Those are deployments. But yeah, I was actually stationed. I actually lived there for a year on the coast of the island of Crete in Hania.
Did you get to go around and tour it and check out all the old...
Well, did you ever make...
Who's first?
Go ahead, Mr. Please, sir.
Okay, well, that's kind of what I was getting towards. Did you get a chance to actually do a tour, like go down and see like the Parthenon or things of that nature? What some of the, Rome is full of history. So some of the greatest fights in the world took place in the Colosseum. So
yeah, gladiators. Yeah, I actually been to both. Went to far as like being the Parthenon and going to Rome. I've been to Rome, been to the Colosseum. But yeah, in Greece, I saw the Parthenon. I got to see all the ruins. I went to Athens and done everything to do in Athens. Went to Balos and Gramvousa Island, which is probably the bluest water I've ever seen in my entire life. There's a ship out there that sunk, and it was kind of cool. So I traveled a lot, Star Beach, Mykonos, different places. I traveled all around Greece. It was awesome. If I was to go back to somewhere to like vacation because I'd see it again, probably be Greece for sure.
So when you're training dogs and you go to a station where they have dogs that they've been trained by a Greek guy or an Italian guy, no, it doesn't happen like that?
No, it's a U.S. dogs. It's a military working dog program. We don't be like, yo, you got to start speaking Greek now.
Well, hey, when in Rome, man.
No. They don't have. You don't.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have. Yeah, it's funny because it's a foreign base, but it's a lot of Greeks work there and stuff. But the U.S. forces run the base,
and so the dogs get all trained in one language. It's not like you got to go introduce yourself to the dog. Parla italiano? He's like, huh? Like,
yeah. When I show up, I was like, de donde los perros? No, they're all trained at Lackland Air Force Base. So it's all our dogs and stuff. So we have to keep a strict program is what we doing. It ain't no day-by-day program. We have books and protocols and you order dogs and get dogs and everyone's tracking everything. It's a system. So it's in depth. For sure.
You hungry?
What is that? Chimichanga, a big one.
Grab it, man.
It's a burrito, man.
It's a burrito.
Not right now. I don't know.
Well,
He's
warning you. Grab it, otherwise it'll be gone.
He's going to eat both of them?
He's going to give it to Quinn.
I'll get one in a second.
Well, I might eat another one.
Talk about some fighting, huh? What do you think about that?
Yeah, why don't you ask these guys some questions, man? You met Don years ago, right?
Yeah.
Where's the photo at? I saw the photo last night.
On my phone?
Yeah.
Let's see it, man. Pull it up.
It's fucking funnier and shit. Wait till you see how young this guy looks.
I know, right?
So where'd you guys meet?
We met at the...
he didn't know personal, okay?
Yeah. The first time? No, I'm kidding.
Fight Island.
How do we put it like this? You see it?
Hey, Tony, can you get that on the screen somehow? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but here, we'll just do... Yeah, it's just a...
Are we moving to
just blow up Don.
Yeah, baby.
You see him? Who is that? That's him. Yeah, I know, right?
I
was like...
Show the young kid, though.
Oh, you don't see me?
You don't even look like you.
I got no yeah. Yeah. Like, who was that dude? Yeah, no, I don't know. Like I think you out-angled me.
Not even a whisker.
I think you out-angled me. I think
Not
you put
even a
shoulder. Like, definitely out-angled me. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I was there at the Arnold Classic with my mom at the expo, and we were waiting. I think I was waiting in line to meet Branch Warren and Johnny O. Jackson, and I just happened. My mom was with me. I was like, "Yo, hold my spot," and I had her hold my spot. And I just walked up to. I saw him he's just walking his ass around, and I just saw him, and I was like, "Oh fuck, that's Don Frye," or whatever. And I just went up to him, and I was like, I said, "Hey, hey Don, how's it going?" He's like, "Howdy, partner."
I said, what the hell do you want, boy?
Yeah, that's more like it.
Yeah. No, he didn't. He said he was nice back then.
Yeah.
You still owe me $10 for that photo, too.
Oh, shit. Okay, Lou Ferrigno. He charges $25.
He's pointing at Dan.
Oh, Dan.
What's a glossy Dan Severn going for these days? An 8x10 glossy?
No, wallet size.
No, not the wallet size. The glossy 8x10.
Ask the wallet. You'll get a gauge.
What's that going for these days, Dan? Signed.
You said the price right there at 25.
Nice. You guys hear that? You guys can get a hold of Dan and he'll send you a glossy for $25.
No, the thing was,
Optional.
That's all. Well, postage and handling on top of that now. Come on.
Yeah.
I also like to get the mail guy to come over and get the, on the boat to get the mail and swim.
Oh, yeah.
No, the funny part about that is that the reason why I say about Lou Ferrigno is everyone was like meet and greets and stuff and like taking pictures and signing pictures. They were just like doing it. If he was charging everyone like $25 to meet him and to take a picture, and if you did it with yourself, like he would still charge you $25, but he was the only person doing it in the entire expo that year. That was in 2013.
Obviously, Severn wasn't there then.
You don't get an island by not fucking charging.
I can't have a selfie for free? Shit.
Come on, man.
And I tell you what, we all need to take business.
He is tight. He is tight.
Yeah, we're the ones that are screwing up here.
Yeah.
Dan, how much for a selfie on my own phone?
$5, or $10?
I'm not even. You can throw Lou underneath the bus here right now. I'll let you do that.
Oh, come on, Dan. Is it $5 or $10?
Let's just say
Answer
Lou and
the
I would
question.
be in good company.
No, Mr. Severn. Is it $5 or $10 for a selfie on your own phone?
Go a little further north, my friend. Go a little further north.
Hey,
For a selfie with my own phone?
He's got to get a boat for the island, man.
Yeah.
You can't give it for $1, man. What are you gonna do? You're gonna get a paddle and a wooden board. You've seen the prices of lumber these days.
He won't even open up his wallet for $1.
It might fall out. That's why.
You gotta catch him from across the street with the zoom.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't see you.
He can smell it though.
Yeah, that's 50
That's why
cents.
his
He's like, I see you, 350.
Now I do. I just so you guys let me at least establish a few
Get
things.
your hands
I
up.
always set up a
Defend
couple
yourself.
belts so that I have a professional wrestling NWA title belt sitting next to the UFC title belt. So I always tell people that the first title belt I ever won was a professional wrestling title belt, the NWA for National Wrestling Alliance. And then I'm the only guy to ever have a professional wrestling title belt carried out into my entourage. And that was for UFC number 5. And then after winning the tournament in UFC number 5, I'm the first guy and still the only guy I know that was holding up both a professional wrestling title belt alongside a UFC title belt. And I don't think anybody else can actually make that claim. So, probably 20 years before there ever was a Brock Lesnar that came on the scene, Dan Severn already did it. So it's kind of like going, I don't charge like what you're saying there, Nick, just for a normal selfie. But if we're standing behind those 2 belts, oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are.
That shit ain't free. I know.
Yeah.
You got to pay for the work he put into that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was halfway joking, but you got to think though, if someone's, you're getting bombarded and people come at you all the dang time for stuff. That's like me. People message me all the time, ask me or call me, and the first thing they say is like, "Got a question." I already know what the hell it's about. They asking for dog advice, and I've got to the point where I'm like, you need to book a session with me or whatever, because I ain't got time to be sitting around answering.
Here's my cash app handle.
Oh, they know it's on the website. Shit, but like I ain't got time to answer 100,000 questions to people. Just like you probably ain't got time to be taking 50,000 selfies a day with people for free.
Yeah, for free.
That's what they want. Free dog advice. That's what they want. That's what they meant on Facebook.
He can squeeze you in for, $20.
Hey, I just want to know if he has a military discount.
No.
Retired. Veteran.
Okay, Nick. Question for you was: where did pipe come in?
The pipe.
Okay, your last name's Webster. Where did the pipe come in?
He smoked a lot of crack in high school.
Yeah.
But
I couldn't do this.
Shit happens.
I couldn't sit here if I did that. No, my nickname's actually Pipes with an S. But I was back when I first got to Virginia. I met a buddy of mine, still a good friend of mine, and we were lifting. We're big into working out, of course, and we were benching. And I used to bench press real close, right? Well, when you bench press real close, it builds your triceps up, less than your chest. So I used to bench real close, and I was benching like 315, pretty easily. But my hands were this close, and so. The point of everything, my buddy, he's from Wales. He's very, witty and off the cusp and real fat. He's like, you ain't nothing but pipes. Cause like I was really lifting. All I was doing was working out my triceps really the whole time. And he was like, Nicky Pipes. And he started doing this little dance. Like he's Welsh. He's very.
That's very witty.
The dude's great. He's a witty guy. He is a witty guy. I'm just saying. But it was just funny. Listen, it's the kind of guy that goes to the bar. Listen to the story. And I'll go back. He goes to the bar and he goes, we're standing there. This is a true story. Standing there, and there's two girls down at the end of the bar, right? The one in the front is pretty, and the one behind her is not so pretty.
It's yours.
Not so pretty. No, listen.
Yep.
Negative. But the funny thing is, he would say, hey, and he would yell down the bar. He'd be like, hey. And the girl would go like, the pretty girl, right? Because she thinks she's talking to her. He goes, hey. And she goes, who, me? And he's like, no, not you. Move. Her. Like that. He's like, huh. How you doing? Like that. Well, the funny thing is that girl would be like, oh my God. And the pretty girl would be mad, would be like, why didn't he want to talk to me? Right. Like, why did he say no? Because he was doing it on purpose. Right. Well, by the end of the night, that girl, he's like, no, you move. I'm talking to her. Like that. That girl was like walking out the door at him at the end of the night. Yeah. So it's just so funny how he was thinking about stuff, but he didn't even, dude like that don't care about nothing. He just is crazy and will say anything at any given time. And, gave me the nickname Pipes, and so a lot of my friends think probably thought my last name was Pipes forever because I put, it's like they call me Pipes. They probably thought that was my name until I probably told them, like, that's not my real last name, dude. Like, I thought you were Nick Pipes, like a lot of people do, but I just go by Pipes, and a lot of people don't even know my name's Nick probably because I've been going by Pipes since 2003 or something.
Well, it sounds like a pro wrestling name.
Hey, I don't know. We can use it different entities. Could be a porn star.
Porn star too.
Nick Pipes,
yes,
right?
Good.
Yeah, I have a calling.
Yes, you do.
I got a name.
Which pronoun would you use for that, though?
Pipes is good. It's not just be Pipes. I identify as a glass of whiskey, I told you. But, yeah, so that's how that name came about, pretty much. It's kind of not really a great story, I guess. But I don't know.
It's kind of sad. It went down.
You didn't like it?
It went down.
I don't care.
From,
I don't care if you liked it.
Hey, I got a story.
It went to shit from there.
Yeah.
Sounds like some of yours, probably.
At least you can finish the story.
Yeah.
What?
Hey.
What were we talking about?
Who are you talking to? Yeah, so it's I don't know, kind of stuck. That's weird. Sometimes things stick like nicknames. I don't know. The Beast. How'd you become the Beast? Let me throw it back on you.
But yeah, also, why is his shirt still on? Shouldn't his shirt be off by now?
Yeah, should you be making a nitro iced coffee or something? Shirt topless.
For your OnlyFans page?
Well, the Beast name was...
Don't even laugh at that because you're not supposed to know what a OnlyFans is.
Yeah. Oh, you did from last night.
Well,
look at that look.
Well.
Naughty boy.
He's got that palm frond crown going on. like the key torches.
Okay. You have a question?
Okay, Mr. Severn, do you have a question?
You have a question?
I couldn't even say it without laughing.
No, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss, there, fellas, on questions.
No, I really want to know about the Beast. Please tell me.
You kind of make me go stand over the corner here.
Oh no, no.
No, really. Where did the Beast come from?
Seriously.
No, the ring name the Beast came from the legendary NFL Hall of Famer Jim Brown. He was one of the play-by-play commentators at one point for several of their shows, and he's one that basically gave me the name because he just never he never seen anyone be so calm, turn it up the way that I turned on it. I mean, in his own words, when he first met me, he did not think that much of me because I was the only guy that showed up to the press conference because they didn't have a weigh-in. There were no weight classes back in the no holds barred era. So on the Friday night press conference, you basically had a moderator, and then you had four of the men athletes on one side and four of the participants on the other side, and basically he just had kind of cue cards. He goes, and contestant number one, stand on up, and this is, for example, he might be Hoist Gracie. And Hoist Gracie is this tall and he weighs this much and he hails from Rio de Janeiro. And basically, and his martial art is, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So, or Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. So then he sits down and then goes on to the next person. So literally, he said, he goes, I was the only guy to show up to the press conference wearing a sports jacket, a tie, and wearing my glasses. I wear glasses for distance. And everybody thought that I was somebody's agent. I was with Al Snow, the professional wrestling trainer, Al Snow at the time. And they all thought that I was him, and that we had reverse roles because all these other contestants are wearing like tank tops, muscle shirts, that kind of stuff, all looking tough and that. And here I'm looking like somebody's agent. So it wasn't until the actual press conference where I'm standing up there that they realized I'm Dan Severn. And then basically when I climbed up into the octagon cage, he says it was kind of like watching Clark Kent morph into Superman, taking off his glasses and turning up a few notches. He never saw anyone be suplexed on their head before, and that was I was just that guy that just used my amateur wrestling background, and I used it in a way that not many people ever did.
All right, Dan, where the fuck did the Beast come from?
There you go. My long story.
Where did the Beast come from, Dan?
Yeah, Jim Brown.
Jim Brown just gave it to him.
Yeah, but
Jim
called
Brown.
it a Beast.
They call you a Beast, or
Was that his nickname, huh?
Yeah, he just said, he just couldn't believe that how I just transitioned into such a beast, be so calm manner, into basically like a beast-like type of a individual competitor.
Maybe it was the Beauty and the Beast.
Maybe it's the Beauty.
Maybe it had like makeup on one side.
I must have missed the point there altogether.
No, it's down there somewhere.
I mean, I want to know, like,
I don't know.
I just kind of want to know, did you stop wearing like suits? Like after you realized no one else was wearing, like,
no, he still brought the same one.
Did you wear a suit every press
he brought
conference?
the same one for 50 years.
What was I, 120 something fights?
Oh, the old wool suit.
The same suit? Holy shit, that's a fucking tough suit.
It was.
He's gonna wear that same one to his high school reunion, which is coming up this year.
Yeah.
You want to tell him how many years you've been out of high school, Dan?
Same suit.
Yeah. I think I've given you guys too much cannon fodder to shoot me with here. So I shall tell you the bragging points. This coming August here, I will be attending my 45th annual high school reunion. Yes, 45th.
And how old are you?
42, right?
42, yeah.
Our guest is 42.
Wow, I feel old though.
Oh yeah, you look old. Especially when you hear that he's going to his reunion is 3 years older.
That's crazy.
You.
I know. But I go to the gym and I talk to these kids that work at the desk and they're like 21 years old. I'm shit, I was in the military 21 years. Yeah. So it goes both ways.
And 22 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's fucking counting?
12 hours.
Every second
minutes.
counts. Every second counts. Don't forget it.
45 years, man.
Yeah, 45-year reunion. Holy moly! I bet how many of y'all's gonna be there? Like 4, 5? Like, how many people usually show up to those things after 44? That's what I want to know.
They open up the door and go, sweet.
Hey,
Okay.
they're like, we reserved the cottage because we don't need to get a big.
He's
place
going because he
somewhere.
has a better chance of getting some door prizes and stuff.
25% chance now.
Got me something free. There's got to be something free there this time.
Or-
1 in 4, I gotta win something.
Or he's gonna take his glossies and make some money while he's there.
Hey, all I want to know is why. All I want to know is why is there 4 people show up, 5 door prizes, and he still loses?
Yeah, he's not gonna lose.
Are you going to charge for the photo at the reunion?
Yeah, how much for a selfie at a reunion? We got a lot of questions. Huh?
Well, Mr.
Yeah,
Severn.
okay, well, so anyway, moving along.
No. We want to know, are you charging for photos at the reunion?
There's only 4 others. You get a group
That's
selfie. How much for a group selfie?
the herd is thinning out. I'll put it that way. The herd is thinning out. It's I kind of sad receiving the annual newsletters that I do receive, because usually it's another one has bit the dust. So yeah. I don't expect it to be a really big turnout to begin with, because a lot of people have moved on to different destinations.
Are you going to hold it at Fight Island?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, in the
You get rent, you get money, and you get money. You get rented out for the weekend, and you can become a tax write-off for you. The whole thing be perfect.
And you could get Frye.
Scandalous. For Mr. Dan Severn, be scandalous.
And you could get Frye to stand out there and wait for the plane and say, the plane, the plane.
Boss, the plane.
That he doesn't. Nick doesn't get that because he's only been around for 42 years.
I do know that.
Do you?
Not like you do, though. You're older than me, though. You know more.
Yeah.
You've seen it more.
You know what I'm talking about? The plane.
Yeah, the plane boss.
Yeah. Fantasy Island. We got a name, Fantasy Island.
Tattoo. Tattoo from Fantasy Island. Yes.
Boy. Is that just like scandalous?
He doesn't have to. We don't have to get a little person. We could just have him stand in the water up to his knees, so he looks like a little guy.
Well, we already know that we're not exactly politically correct.
Yeah.
Nor do we care to be politically correct. So
I thought
if those
fuck it, we're getting a midget.
that are a little sensitive and might get butthurt, they do have the option to simply turn channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, says who?
So any midget,
Says I'm not politically correct.
any midget out there that wants to work on the island, contact Dan Severn.
Bring your suit.
And your water wingy things.
Bring your skidoo.
Don't forget a mustache.
He probably has extra sets anyway.
If you can't grow a mustache, we'll provide one for you.
For sure. Don has like 4 on his face.
That's it. Yeah. I'll just peel one off.
Yeah, he's got 4 mustaches. That was a good one, dude.
Hey, fuck you up.
You like that one, Dan? It wasn't about you this time.
He's got an eye mustache on left and right. Then he's got a lower lip mustache.
Hey, I gave Dan a break. We gave Dan a break for a second.
He's all happy.
He's like, shit, I can breathe.
Dude, that's a great comeback for him to say, like, fuck, my eyebrow's bigger than your mustache.
He's like bragging about it. And what? Mic drop. Eyebrow gang. Oh my God, man! I'm done talking about eyebrows and mustaches. What's next?
My question is, it's been brought to my attention that there was an incident where there was someone that broke into your home in San Antonio, and that your dog Gage made an encounter. Could you elaborate on the story as to what went down in San Antonio?
Yeah, man. So I my dog Gage, which is, basically my entire life. He's 11 now. He was about, but not even a year old probably, because it's happened in like January, like right after Christmas. So he wasn't even a year old. But the thing about it is the neighbor I know Christmas had just passed because there was a big old TV box on the curb, big old. So back in 2010, right? He's 11.
So big.
No, the 50-inch was a big TV. So like a 52-inch or whatever was a big, and that box was sitting on the curb next to my house. And I don't know what's inviting more someone to come break in your house than a big old TV box that looks like you just put a new TV in your house. What a better...
And there's the box to carry it in.
Hell, he probably put it in the box and then took it home. Who knows? But the box was just sitting there, broke down, just sitting there. Anyway, broke in her house and robbed her blind. And didn't come to my house the same day. Came back to my house on a Saturday evening. When I had Gage. So when I got Gage at 7 weeks old, I think it was, I immediately started working with him on behaviors and obedience and started laying the ground.
Gage is a Malinois.
Gage is a Belgian Malinois, yeah. And I got him in San Antonio from some friends of mine.
How much did he weigh at that time?
Well, what time? It's 7 weeks old?
7 weeks old.
Shit, I don't know. Like 10 pounds, 12 pounds?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
What's a hen weigh?
I don't know. What's Don's hand weigh?
Fucking 14 pounds.
37.
14 kilos.
Yeah, right. It's in kilos.
Yeah.
So I started working with him at a young age, and I was at the dog center as working there as an instructor, whatever. So I was training dogs all day long, and when I got him, I was just so motivated to get started. So by 6 months old, he was fully attack trained, bite work. We've done scenario. I had buddies come through the door wearing bite suits or hidden sleeves to where you can't tell they're wearing anything, come through windows, doing all kinds of crazy shit. Because I was so moto that I was just like, I want to do more shit. So Gage has seen the picture of door invasion. He's seen the picture of someone come through a window. He's seen these pictures. We call them pictures in the canine world, the dog trainer world.
Scenarios, yeah.
Picture. I've seen this, I've seen that. So you don't know if you bring your dog into a situation and they haven't seen that exact picture. They may hesitate or not be unsure because they're not trained on that exact picture.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So he was trained on all these, and this particular Saturday night, I was out at a bar. He was in the house. He's out. He's 11 months old. 11 months old. He's trained. He's out. I got the internal alarm where you can walk around the house, but if you open a door or raise a window, the alarm sounds silently, and it did.
Do you get
notified?
No, I didn't get notified, but the alarm company calls me immediately, right? So they contacted me. Well, I mean, they didn't. Yeah, well, the alarm doesn't know that. I'm saying it's a phone call. But anyway, they called me like, hey, you need to go home. There's been an alarm, this and that. And they had already told me that my dog had attacked somebody. And I'm like, well, I don't even know what I said. I should have said, well, good, But I was like, what? And they were like, you need to get home. They were saying that the cops were going to shoot my dog. I need to hurry up before something happens. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. And they're like, well, so I'm like, get home, whatever, and I'm talking to the lady, and she's basically telling me that the dog has bit the guy, but he won't come off the guy because you know how it is, like in the wild with wolves, to get a kill or a lion, it's like, yo, get off my kill. Yeah. So that's what Gage was doing. He got this guy, down, and he was fucking eating. The guy was fighting, and when you fight, that's more prey drive, and he bites harder, and that's how that works, right? So, I get home and she's telling me, and the guys got guns. They're ready to shoot my dog, man, and to preserve life and safety, even if someone broke in your fucking house. So like,
shit, right.
Here's what I don't get: how are you gonna be like, I'm gonna shoot your dog for protecting your property, but we got to save this guy's life that broke in your house?
Because
how the hell is that back asswards? I don't.
Because they're the victims. That's why.
How crazy is that, huh?
Yeah. Because they were unfortunately raised.
I don't think it's like that these days in Texas. Maybe not.
Texas is supposed to be a really protect your property.
But I guess
state.
if you're watching a dog mauling a dude that's fighting for his life,
what are you gonna do?
I don't know. Like, you just say, well, shouldn't have broke in. That's what I should have.
Wrong house, wrong house.
That's probably not protocol though. But anyways,
they probably did pretty good. They
waited.
Him. Yeah,
No, I was down. So I was like 10 minutes away. So I had to get the call, get home, get in the
10
car.
10 minutes is a long time when you're getting mauled by a dog.
Well, that's longer. I mean, yeah, and I ran, and I was fast. You know what I mean? So a lot of that was maybe a standoff with Gage and the cops because he's coming off, and they're trying to like get in there. I don't know. They should have called a canine unit to. I don't think that would have worked though with a bite wrap because he's got the real thing. Why would he come off that to go to a bite wrap? Actually, I trained him to go to not look at the bite wrap and look at the person in training. So, anyways. I get there, I call him out, I give him out. I'm like, Gage, out. He sees me, let's go. Immediately comes to me, looking like Cujo's brother. Like, it's crazy. And he's like, I've never seen a dog so amped up in my life. Like, just shaking so much. Like, just, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
What I did.
I don't know, man. He's so proud of what he did. Like, he was just like Like I swear, if he was like a firework, it'd be like I don't even know, dude. Like name a big ass firework. I don't know. Like it like
4th of July
he would have
finale,
combustibly exploded because he was so happy what he did. And I'm not correcting that shit, right? I'm like, hell yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
Yes,
But anyway,
yeah.
but this guy, these 3 guys. So 3 guys actually broke in, according to reports, and only 2 of them got away. So you know, you ain't got to be that
the slow one, yeah.
So I got to be faster
Yeah,
than
faster.
you. Yeah. So like,
Why you point at me, man? I'm pretty fast.
I don't know.
It's like tripped.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't gotta be. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna be last. I don't give a fuck who I'm running with. But anyway,
I think if we race, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, maybe 4.
he gets a head start.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you know, called him all. Apparently, those dudes had been doing that in the neighborhood and whatnot. So I don't really know what happened to the dude. I mean, I don't think.
He didn't get to enjoy his
I'm not-
52-inch TV, though.
I don't know. You know that was him, but no, he didn't get my TV. But I think when they broke in, they had some of my stuff on the floor. Like my TV was on the wall, and it was on the floor when I went in. So they must have been in. I think Gage was in my bed in the back room, and just like passed out. 'Cause it was like midnight. You know, it was late, and he just like, what the fuck, like, holy, like. And he came out and saw it. And
Nick, why you fucking with
reacted.
me? I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I know. Well, he didn't. Yeah, I guess he didn't wake up right away because like they were quiet. I think he was a decoder, the thing you put up to the electronic boxes or whatever, and they think they decode. They can do it. Like they can do with your wallet with your credit card. You know what I'm talking about, right? They can bring up a handheld machine and put it on your wallet, and if you don't have like one of these, that's why I have one of these. One of these things right here, they can transfer your credit card information, debit card, to their phone, and they got your card number and shit.
Really?
Swear to God.
So that's
a real thing.
prevents it?
This
Protects
prevents it.
it, yeah.
It's a phantom. Yeah. This protects your cards and it keeps them all in here. I don't know.
doesn't-
I'm not
doesn't-
sponsored by Phantom, but
How the fuck are you going to put that around your TV?
no, it's for your fucking money. You can buy a fucking
I
TV.
gotta get one of those. I gotta get one of those, man.
Yeah. They're not sponsored by them, but I wouldn't mind. So y'all hit me up. Ears up, K9.
It's a phantom. It's a phantom.
Yeah, they got different ones. Just type in, I don't know, protection wallets or whatever. But this is a Phantom. Yeah, there's a Ridgeback, and they get different colors. And
Yeah, I've
shit.
seen the Ridgeback one.
There's different colors. I think it's called Ridgeback. Ridge something. But there's different colors. You can get like wood grain, you know, like with a black clip might suit the environment. Yeah. Right?
Check your shit, man. Make
Yeah.
sure you're good.
I'm broke. All my shit's in AMC.
And no Bitcoin. Huh?
Hashtag AMC. Yeah.
All right, so finish the story, please.
Yeah. So I called him. So after I called him out, and they could. Basically, I don't know what happened to the guy. I suspect he bled out because it was not. It was at his throat, and there was a lot of blood on my foyer because it goes in like that, and it's all tile. And I think that it was a disaster on the walls and everything. So and that dude, and when I got there, he loves it.
This guy's laughing at the. Oh my God! Is this your friend
Tell me
over
more.
Stay on task.
What
Nick.
happened?
Any organs showing?
I'm like, dude, I'm fucking done, man. I'm out of. No, you can't stop. It was so good. It was good. You sure something else didn't
How many
happen?
towels did it take to clean your mop?
Oh my God! No, I didn't pay. I fucking paid someone to do that. That was a disaster.
So you never heard anything about the guy after?
Well, here's the deal.
Wasn't much left.
I've been around, seen a lot. After Gage, he must have tripped for sure, and I think Gage got him in the back of the leg. But when the guy started moving, his arms moving, Gage transferred up a little further north and when he got a hold of him, he was fighting arms, and he ended up getting over here by the neck side, and it just went to town because didn't I just fight like this and stuff. So when I got there, the dude was bleeding. It was excessively still bleeding. I say 10 minutes. I swear to God, it felt like an hour, but I don't even know how long it really was for me to get there, you know, but it felt like it took forever, but it didn't. But the guy was still, he was he wasn't moving.
He didn't move much.
He wasn't moving. He was still bleeding. So I don't know. They took him out, never heard word. Never even got a freaking phone call
from the police?
From the police.
Really? You think they would call you?
They didn't even claim my freaking foyer.
They're like, hey, can you keep me in touch? I want to press charges. And then they're like, yeah, it's not going to happen.
Well, the other two dudes got away. If that guy lived, if he didn't, I'm just suspecting he didn't live. How's he going to sue me for breaking into my house? Yeah, okay.
Believe
It
me,
happens.
things can happen.
I don't think that happens in Texas.
Happens here,
Yeah.
California too.
You're like
But let's not talk about that.
80 miles from Mexico.
Yeah. No. Yeah. 80 miles.
right?
Crazy, stupid shit happens.
So
thing-
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Since you've been around training these dogs for a long time, me and Sam used to have this argument. When Malinois just came on the scene for working at prisons and law enforcement, military, we used to argue, and he used to tell me, it's like, there's no way you're going to fight this dog. There's no way.
Yeah.
Do you think you could fight a Malinois just hand to hand and survive a trained fight Malinois? You, because of what you know.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, because I know what to do in a dog fight. So I know what to do to get a dog off a dog. It's a 2-man job, but I'm gonna get messed up.
You're gonna get bit
I don't know where he bites you at. Shit, he bites me in my damn throat. I'm probably not gonna get him off. I'm probably done.
Yeah,
that's a wrap probably.
Yeah.
He bites me in,
Shouldn't have been stealing a TV, fucker.
Anywhere. Right.
They're pretty damn cheap. Too.
Yeah, they're cheap now.
Fuck.
Yeah, don't get my card. Get my card number back.
It's possible, right?
No, no doubt. It depends on where they bite you, in the arm or whatever. This dog bites me in the arm. I'm just going to sacrifice the skin of my arm to spin him around and reach underneath and grab right here at the Adam's apple and just squeeze as hard as I can. Dog releases bite. Yeah. That's what happens. I mean, no one can. It doesn't matter. That's why we use pressure for leash play. We teach pressure and certain things right here. You got carotid artery, all these things right here.
Same as choke.
Yeah, same thing. But with the dogs, you're not going to be like or hitting with a fucking
Vulcan pinch.
Yeah, whatever. Like, hey, but when you grab here and you freaking squeeze it right at Adam's apple, the jaws have to release. So yeah, I could for sure. But I ain't trying to do it. So I mean, I don't get bit by any dog. Honestly, like fucking teeth hurt. They'd be like, people are like, oh, that dog bite. I'm like, you got teeth, don't he?
Does your dog bite? No,
my dog doesn't bite nothing.
I thought you said your dog.
My dog drinks. My dog drinks.
My dog.
My dog drinks milkshakes. My dog doesn't eat. He drinks only drinks. It's a liquid diet.
You've never seen the Pink Panther, have you? You're too young.
I had a question for Dan, the man.
Oh no,
the beast.
Milo bites.
The beast.
Shoot away, Nick.
I asked Don this question.
How much is it, Dan?
Yeah,
it'll be $14.95.
How much for the selfie at the reunion? No, I'm kidding. No, really, what I want to know. I asked Don this earlier, just shooting the shit, but because I don't know. I just like to mess around and play and practice and stuff, but I want to know what it feels like when you walk down the ramp before a fight. What are the feelings you have?
Well, basically, I'm just trying to keep my composure and keeping breathing, just slow, deep breaths. Just keep yourself calm, even when you're inside that octagon cage. They've shut that door, and you're basically less than probably a minute from competition because they're going to make their announcements as to who's fighting out of the red corner, who's fighting out of the blue corner, and basically just waiting for things to get going. Just remain calm, composure. But Nick, my international wrestling experience helped me a great deal because Americans are hated in a lot of foreign countries because of what their governments put out as propaganda and that. Mm-hmm. And so to be hated was pretty much a common theme. And I was really good about tuning out the crowd, tuning out basically everybody except for whoever my opponent was. So I was pretty good about that, but then also understanding the psychological aspects of competition. And I could almost tell you at the beginning of a match what was about to happen pretty quickly, just because of the psychological aspects that also goes along with the match.
So you think that the you would do just as good without fans as you did with fans, like say in today's time, because there's no fans, like a lot of the events.
The empty arena match.
The empty arenas, you saying that would not affect your energy or your I don't know, like how you're feeling before a fight?
No, I don't think so. Because I've competed. When you look at a lot of the Olympic trials and stuff like that, a lot of these matches that took place even then, they were always in small group type of settings. So no, I don't think it would really affect me really one way or the other.
That's funny. It's really there's a lot of people say that the fans bring energy and they kind of like
Some people feed off
they
it. There's
feed
so
that-
many
they-
different.
they-
I feed off of the crowd.
you feed off the crowd. Yeah, but
I perform better in the front of a crowd. I'm not you got guys who can win the national championship or world championship in the wrestling room, but once they get out in front of a crowd, they take a shit. They just freeze up and get.
like like if you're in a position and they're like calling your name and want you to get up and say, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I feel like it makes you want to get up more, maybe.
Yeah, you
like,
got
you know
people
you need to
cheering
get-
your name. That's adrenaline, man. But seriously.
Yeah, but they're like you're a danger, but you're obviously you're trying to get up, no shit. But like that energy would make me feel like it would give me more motivation to get up, like try hard. You know what I mean? Like you said, like just shouting your name, like yo, Don, get yo. And you're like, fuck yeah, I gotta get up. I don't know, motivation. I don't know.
When I fought in UFC 9 at Detroit, I fought a Brazilian fighter, Mari Batesh.
Yeah.
Tough guy. And they started chanting USA, USA. I was like, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Gotta be for me.
So you
He's
found-
from Brazil.
No shit, right? So you found some locked up energy during that when you heard that.
Oh, it's just
Like it felt,
it's like an amp,
adrenaline.
Yeah.
But Dan, I mean, that's just kind of I just find it like super ironic. Like it's crazy that like two different everybody's different, but like
different, man.
so you don't like if someone was yelling like the beast like that wouldn't like motivate you and make you you wouldn't feel it a little bit more maybe.
Well, okay, I felt more of that energy. Again, I have to talk about my amateur wrestling career. I was good at tuning things out. It wasn't until getting involved in professional wrestling that I actually started listening to the crowd more, because professional wrestling is a totally different product than mixed martial arts.
Yes,
You're
it's
looking for
choreographed.
reactions from that crowd. So you have to be more in tune to what the audience is taking place.
Yeah.
You have to be more in tune as to what the referee's doing, because the referee actually has a microphone in his ear and he can tell you what if you need to end the match shortly. And he's a great communicator for the professional wrestlers. I mean, Nick, have you ever watched professional wrestling?
I know everything about
With
professional
a name like
wrestling.
Nick Pipes, come
Yeah.
on.
No, seriously, I was raised on professional wrestling. We could talk professional wrestling all day long.
Yes, you man.
Well, I gotta ask.
Well, during the Well, no, let me ask you then, Nick. When you're watching professional wrestling at I guess what at the peak of your viewing, who were some of the characters that you enjoyed watching?
Oh man,
You go on all day.
I could go on all day. I love a lot of them. I don't know. Obviously, Hulk Hogan, the epitome of awesomeness.
Ric Flair.
My dad loved Ric Flair. He was a big woo. Like my dad would walk around saying that shit sometimes, but like he loved Ric Flair. Pretty old Ric Flair. You're from Charlotte, North Carolina, up the street from where I'm from, not far away actually.
Oh, your accent just got. You talk about Ric Flair. Your accent just went off the
No,
chart.
that was just a North Carolina thing. You wouldn't understand. Probably. But no. Yeah, so like Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. I mean, I go back. Like I love watching a lot of guys. Like
Can you lower it a little?
Jake the Snake, and all the the Iron Sheik and Lex Luger, and back in those days. I mean, that's when I was actually growing up watching wrestling. And then obviously the other people now, but like I love the
What
old
about
stuff.
The Rock?
I like the old stuff better though. I like the old stuff better. Like I remember having a professional ring with some big rubber wrestlers that were huge. If I threw one at you, it would knock your teeth out. It was so heavy. And like one of the first ones I got was King Kong Bundy.
Oh man.
And he must have weighed about, I don't know, probably weighed about that figurine I got must have that. It was like a real wrestler. Like it must have weighed like 20 pounds. I don't know.
Hey, I got a
Yeah, I
quick
swear to
question
God.
back about the Beast. You know, I was just gonna ask him if he's ever been called the Beast by a woman, and girlfriend, ex-wife, wife, whatever, and did that affect your performance for the better or for the worse?
Rick, I mean, geez, oh Peter, I mean, it's Rich.
I had to do it.
I think we're on two different we're on two different ends of the spectrum right now.
But I know I think I know what you're getting at, Dan, about the whole me watching wrestling. And my favorite, they feed off the energy, right? And the energy is what brings the excitement. Like the Ultimate Warrior, I just happened to watch him on my Fire Stick the other day, and like I watched this fight. It was like WrestleMania, right? Because it just does random stuff, like random shows. And I watched it just to see some old stuff, and it was old stuff from back when I was a kid. Ultimate Warrior comes out with the like that, and he gets up and he's hitting the ropes, and the crowd is going freaking bananas. Like Hogan says, 70,000 or whatever. Like, but like, it was packed. And the energy, like with the music and the fans, and like, so I think I understand what you're saying about going to MMA from wrestling, because like I think maybe like kind of like I do with dogs, take them more of the same places so they get desensitized. I think because of the crowd was so hype, probably in the professional wrestling aspect, that when he went to MMA, it wasn't a big thing because he's desensitized because he heard it so much when he was doing professional wrestling.
Yeah, I was actually way more nervous doing professional wrestling than I was climbing into a cage doing the Ultimate Fighting Championships, mixed martial arts.
And you're really hitting hit in the face.
Because one you well, I mean, you got to look at one. You're filling a certain window of time, and you have to make certain things happen. Whereas in a real altercation, all you simply have to do is win, and it can be done in 10 seconds or. It may last you a long time, but I was really good about making short work of opponents to where I always call it piecework. They're not paying me by the hour out here. I'm just going to go out there and make short work of people.
Yeah, I was watching one of your fights where it was saying like, they announced like before the fight how much the fighters are getting. Did you know that? Did you see that? You ever seen one of that?
I don't remember that.
They're like, I think it might have been like a tournament or something, that they're like, maybe they didn't say it. Like I said it on the actual video. I don't know if they say it at the actual fight over the intercom, but they're like, the winner gets $50,000. Second place gets like 25, and if it's a tie, they both get 30 or some shit like that. And I was like, did they tell people that? Maybe I was just watching an old thing, but I was like, was that like? It sounded like commentating.
Yeah.
Did they announce that before?
No, I don't think they did. I think you watched.
It sounded live like at that time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember that happening.
No, at the time that you're talking about, especially if you go back to the old UFCs, they literally would tell you that you were fighting for $50,000 at that time. And honestly, my guarantee to walk inside the octagon cage was $1,000, and for $1,000, I actually would sign a contract that stated in black and white, in the event of your accidental death. Now, there's only two things you couldn't do. You couldn't bite somebody, and you couldn't stick a finger in their eye socket. But even then, it wasn't grounds for disqualification. It was just simply like, slap your hand and go, hey, give him his eyeball back, and let bygones be bygones, and let's go on here now, fellas. Don't be doing that stuff.
I think that's almost like being legal.
yeah, it is. It's the same thing.
Yeah. How many? But did it slap your hands twice? I mean,
what I think what he's saying is that you knew what you were getting, of 50,000. But I don't remember them saying it like on a broadcast or even.
Yeah,
I think what happened in the video you're watching, I think it was overlaid afterwards, maybe.
I don't know. It's maybe I'll watch it again. I'll show you. It sounded like it was live because it was doing it like. The way I don't know, it's kind of flowed with the video. I don't know, maybe it did, but it was saying it might have been your fight against Ken Shamrock, where I saw where they were saying the winner gets 50, the loser gets 25, and if it's a tie, they get 30 each. I think it was the match against Shamrock for the belt.
Which one, the first or the second? Or
had to be the first
third?
One, right?
He was the
they
champ.
Fought 3
he was
times.
the champ.
All right, then.
And he got, I think, yeah.
Well, he fought.
I think he got choked out by Ken Shamrock.
That was
or
the
something.
first, yeah.
Is that the first one?
Yeah.
Like he's scared.
Let's move along.
Taboo.
Move along. Okay.
Oh, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it now. I'm enjoying this now. What?
No, I was just wondering that was why I think that's where I saw about the money. I wasn't trying to talk about that. He was asking me which one. I was like, I don't know which one it was. Like, I didn't really know. I wasn't even going to talk about anything else. I was just talking about the commentary. You went there, Don, not me.
Oh, he got choked
how did we go from
out.
professional wrestling and the Ultimate Warrior here, shaking the ropes, and how did we go from professional wrestling to mixed martial arts again? Here,
We're all over the place.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how it went. I guess it always goes back to my question while I was asking about the fans being there. Did it give you energy? That's pretty much what it was. Really? No, it went there because he said no, they don't. I'm like, well, I want to know why. And you said it does.
He missed the best one about Dan's performance being called the Beast by a woman. It did it affect him one way or the other, you know?
Yeah, he missed that. Yeah, he missed that. He was asking about has he ever been called the Beast by a woman, and did it affect his kind of energy levels, if you want to say. He failed he just went like
no. He said, I'm used to performing in small crowds, so now I've just went on with my business, you know.
It didn't bother me.
Made short work of it.
I don't know. It seems like he kind of avoided it to me. I don't know. Sounds like he avoided it.
Piecework, you know. I think that's what his words were, piecework, right?
Piecework.
Okay,
Piecework.
Anyway,
with my suit on.
Short event with the small ending.
But that's I don't know. I think that's crazy that like Don. I know that Don used to feed off that. You know, I've seen Dan's fights, I've seen Don's fights, and like, you know, like when you're coming up with that one fight where you had the American flag and they brought you up, whatever, and like when I asked you that question, which I didn't ask you at here, but I asked him. But like for me watching that fight, when you're coming up and you got the American flag and they're raising you up on that thing, like. Even
you were pumped up.
Even with it, I wasn't even me, you know, like, but like with the energy level, just normally saying you're walking down, you get the energy, the vibe from the crowd. That had to be even higher.
Did you come off the couch with the people's elbow on something?
I don't know. I probably yelled something. You know? I remember like it was just like I don't know, like they're probably chanting like USA or whatever or something. You know, so it's like
that was September 23rd, 2001, just 2 weeks after. You know, the attack. Yeah.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. That was my comeback fight. Yeah. Because I had been doing pro wrestling for 4 years. You know, New Japan Pro Wrestling under Antonio Inoki and Brad Reagans and Masa Saito.
Yeah.
You know, and then I went back to the fight game. And, I talked to my parents on the phone and, you know, the guys were coming. I said, "Bring me a flag. Bring me give me a flag." You know.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but it was pretty hard getting one, huh?
Yeah.
They were all sold out. Huh?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's crazy. And then so how'd that fight go?
Well, it was a tough fight because Brian Johnston had a stroke. Mm-hmm. And so they called me up and asked me to replace him on the tour. And because I was training, Kinsuke, huh? We trained Kinsuke to fight. And he did it. He did a good fight, man. He had a fight.
And a little beast. He's a little beast. He's a little tank.
How much notice you have, though?
2 weeks, you know.
Oh, he'll fight you right now, though. He'll fight you,
Yeah.
He doesn't need notice.
Oh, I know. He's ready.
He'll fight you right now.
Yeah, he was ready when I met him in 2013.
He stays ready.
He was like, had that big ass milk jug hand. Like, I was like, "Hey, dude, I'm just want a picture, bro." He was like,
not for free.
$25. $25. You fucked my punchline up. I was getting there. You jumped in, Don. God dang.
Well, you take a long time.
No, it was getting. It was the epitome. It's like
it was dragging a little.
He's like, I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed. Hurry up.
Yeah.
But I don't even remember what I was going with.
No, I finished Brian's tour, and 2 weeks before, 2 weeks before, no, I got that screwed up. I think a week before, we had the final match, and I get Scott Norton, and I took a bad fall. You know, it was my fault. Scott carried me so many times in the ring. He's amazing. Scott Norton's amazing. Made me look good, you know. And so I twisted on a simple, you know, forearm, you know, or clothesline, simple clothesline. And I twisted, and I ended up straining my adductor. So we had to take a week off, and then we went to work out, and I pulled it, you know. And then, so we had to take the rest of the time off, you know. And we got there. Yeah, it's just 2 weeks. Yeah. Then we got there to the fight, and I shot on Gilbert, and boom! Steve Owen, my corner man, he said he could hear it explode over the crowd, you know. Yeah. And then it was purple from my middle of my back down my ass, you know, down my leg to my foot, you know, because I just blown it, you know. And I was trying to fight. That's why it was taped up. Yeah. Because it was, you know, because it was pulled, you know. And so we taped it up. The doctors taped it up and then shot it with Novocaine, you know, and I limped out there. And then boom, it just exploded, man.
Really?
But it's rare.
So that was like over by like just lost due to injury?
No, it was an eye gouge that stopped.
That's what I'm saying. Like you were hurt, right?
Yeah, we kept fighting. God bless him, because Gilbert. I mean, all he had to do was kick me and stay away because I couldn't move sideways, you know. Yeah. But God bless him, he came to fight, you know. Yeah. Gilbert's a fighter. And
so you took him down. I saw the fight, but I was actually just I'm getting to a point, I guess. Like
42.
So you came back out there.
You don't even know where the fuck you're at right now, do
you? I'm right here. I know where I'm at. I identify as a whiskey. But I'm saying, like, so you went back out there after you blew it completely, taped it up, whatever, and then you.
No, I strained it and then pulled it and then blew it in the fight, the first takedown, you know.
Right, and you stayed out there, kept fighting, and then you end up winning.
Oh yeah, because he inadvertently, you know, gouged my eyes and held on
3 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
they finally called it. Yeah, a bunch. His eyes were fucked up.
I couldn't see.
Yeah. I mean, why would he do that? If he's already,
I don't know if it was on purpose, but it was
on one leg.
It looked like it was, you know.
It was like he's on one leg and he's like gonna do something like that.
No, he come to fight.
Yeah,
he didn't come to fucking worry.
You can't eye gouge though.
Yeah,
but you can't eye gouge.
You can't until you get caught.
Until you lose. Yeah, until you get caught. I guess so. You done it? Have you done? Yeah. Have you guys done eye gouging and then get caught?
No, I never did it.
Not on purpose.
Did you get caught? Yeah. Severn, you ever get caught?
Never eye gouged.
Yeah. Never gave a free photo either.
Did you ever see him when he was on top of Igor Vicinchin and hits him with the knee right in the eye socket? Just puddles up with blood.
I don't think I've seen that.
It was beautiful. It's like your dog bite thing story.
Oh, yeah. The end.
Yeah.
The end. Was it the end?
Right, Dan?
I can't watch all his fights. He got like 101 wins, was he like 100? How many fights? 129? I don't know.
You don't know.
He's got 2 for every year that he's been out of high school.
Plus.
Does he know? Does he know?
That's pretty good there. I enjoyed that one.
You sure it might be 3.
3, yeah. I think it's closer to 3 fights. Do
you know how many total fights? I would like to know.
Does.
Does he know how many?
How many total fights you got, Dan?
I couldn't even, whatever the internet says, you could probably add, I'd say, at least 12 to 15 more fights, because all those different watchdogs of MMA and no holds barred, they didn't exist. You know, like Sheer Dog, Full Contact Fighter, they did not exist until 2 or 3 years after the fact, and you know, they only ever monitored one company, and that was the Ultimate Fighting Championship. So I'd say you could, you know, add easily another 10, 12 matches.
Yeah, because Dan got me several fights before I got into the UFC.
Oh, right,
and he got me a fight on New Year's Eve, 95, 96, and I won the World Heavyweight Shoot Fighting Championship. He won the World Super Heavyweight, you know, Shoot Fighting Championship on that night. And
both of y'all?
Yeah.
Same place.
He was a super heavyweight. I was a heavyweight.
Same place.
Yeah. Is at the Kellogg Arena. Remember that, Dan?
Michigan.
I got a question.
Oh yeah. Okay. That'd be a Kit Likens production. Yes. Now let's just say that. Yeah.
Well, what was the name of that? Do you remember? His KEC or something like that, or Karate
Yeah, see, as you're saying it more and more, I mean, I mean, just bringing back some foggy memory of that, but that was. I'll just say it was a very interesting night, interesting matches, and just just a strange event all the way around.
Well, Dan got me like 6 fights, because I saw him on TV, and I called him, hey, I got to do this shit. So I called him, hey, Dan, this is Don Frye. Remember me? Yeah, how you doing? And it's like, can you get me in on this shit? So he got me some fights. And, the check's still in the mail on all of them,
Yeah.
But think of the interest. Shit.
Yeah.
When you finally get those bastards, woo, you're set.
At some point in time, you just got to cut the
I'm
losses.
tired.
Hey, Dan, the internet has you at 101, 19 and 1.
No, 109.
101, 19 and 1. So add another 20-ish, maybe 120.
Wins or losses?
Wins.
I'd say between a dozen or so, sure.
Well, they win, all wins, right?
The
All
losses,
wins?
the losses, those are all etched in my mind, but the victories, no, they just flow.
I have I think it's a really good question.
Oh, we'll see.
So the same night, that doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you think, anyways. I don't like you.
Edit this next question out, please.
Whatever. So you won the super heavyweight. He won the super heavyweight. You won the heavyweight.
Right.
At the same night.
Yeah.
Same event.
Yeah.
I want to know, what year was this?
Got to be about 90.
95, 96,
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
Perfect. What kind of fucking party was that night? I got to know.
Well, it was odd, I'll tell you. Severn wasn't partying. He never parties, so
Right.
he had disappeared to a bowl of ramen.
Hey, he went whole milk instead of the 2%.
Yeah.
And this guy,
he won Kellogg's.
Dan.
Kellogg's cereal for life,
I'm gonna go have a healthy bowl of cereal and call it a night.
but I'm gonna splurge on the whole milk.
Yeah, I might have got a little crazy. I might have had frosted flakes there that night. Who knows?
Don't you
Much
dare!
sugar.
You're getting wild now. You're getting wild.
Over the top.
Yeah, that's way. Woo!
Push his blood sugar level over.
So all right. So Dan went to bed. Got it. Okay.
It was funny.
What did you do?
He still hasn't slept, dude.
Yeah.
Ken Shamrock was there. Frank Shamrock was there. Oleg Taktarov was there.
Oh, that's who it was that he hit in the face with the knee. Oleg. Yeah.
Oleg.
Said Igor.
Yeah. I was wondering.
Yeah.
But
He didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to hurt people's
The
feelings.
fuck, he remembered something I didn't.
Hey,
God
like he
damn.
doesn't. Hey, like he doesn't want to hurt their feelings. Don didn't want to hurt your. Sorry.
It was
Inside joke.
It was some Russian that he fucked up, But
Did you get in a fight? Did you just get hammered drunk that night and celebrate your heavyweight championship?
no. What was funny was Kit had some porn stars there.
Ken?
Kit.
Oh.
Kid like had some porn stars there for ring card girls.
Oh.
And I'll tell you what, it was kind of going off, yeah. The party. And I didn't know who the hell they were. Come find out one of them was Christy Canyon,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you were just no.
I was a dumbass fireman in the horseshoer, I was like all excited about all the electricity,
Oh my god, that's funny. I was just thinking, I don't know, whenever I heard that, the same night you guys are, tight like that, and he wins the super heavy, and I don't know if I'm winning the super heavy, and someone's, I feel like the party's gonna be crazy that night, celebrating, like me and my buddy, we train, and he wins this one, I win that one. I couldn't think of a better time to have a party. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I think the next year you bought a house in Christie Canyon, didn't you?
A cottage. It was a cottage.
It was a cottage.
It was a cottage.
Yeah. It wasn't an island, but it was.
It was a cottage. It was a cottage.
Yeah, it was a tent.
I tried to give you a cottage. You want a tent? Okay.
You got a 1 acre island. I got
Eighth of an acre.
10 foot. Yeah, I got a 10-foot tent.
That'll work. Snuggle.
Mr. Severn's much better with his money. He's got the first original dollar.
The first one.
Not the first one.
0.0000001. Yeah, it was numbered 0.0000001. Yeah, that's funny as hell. Actually,
The
Dan,
Beast,
Dan, I have
Polka
to have a
Dot
question.
Severn.
Can I come visit your island someday just to check it out?
No, not for free.
Parts of yeah. How much to visit the island?
We have plans starting at $299 for the weekend.
How much to visit the island? Possibly. Like, I'm just saying, like roundabout. You know, like,
I don't need hard numbers.
I'll bring my own freaking shovel.
It's all cash too, buddy.
Yeah.
Bring a rucksack with some.
All depends if it's during the holiday. I mean, it could be special holiday rates on top of all that. You know.
I'll make it easy on you. It'll be like a Tuesday. It doesn't matter when it is. No, but I wish you were here, though. Honestly, I look forward to meeting, I've seen everyone again. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person sometime. It's an honor. Thank you.
Well, as long as you don't ask for a photo.
Same here. It's
Right.
No, it'd be awesome to have him back once he learns some shit about some dogs. Gets to the next level,
Yeah, I got to go back to the drawing board because I don't know what the fuck's wrong with Milo.
Put him on the phone. Put Milo on the phone. See
Yeah.
if we can fix him.
Oh, hell no. We can't do that shit on the phone.
Then you could get his Cash App and he can send you some money.
If that dog can't talk on the phone, he needs me. He needs help. He said he needs help. So I'm just saying I know a guy. No, seriously, Dan, if you do need a dog trainer, let me know. I'm serious about that though. For sure.
Yeah, you should be like that guy goes up by the moniker the dog whisperer. Yeah, that could be you now.
Yeah.
That can't. You know why? You know why that can't be me? Because I'm me. I don't want to be like somebody else.
Gotta be me.
Dog whisperer. That shit's already coined to somebody else. But I feel like I'm just a communicator.
So you have a few media sources, right? You Instagram?
Yeah, I have Instagram, I have YouTube, and we're doing pretty well on TikTok, making a lot of dog content for people. Attracts a lot of attention. But yeah, my Instagram is the Pack Leader 7, THA Pack Leader 7. You can find us there on Instagram, which links me. You can find everything else from there from YouTube. It's Ears Up K9, just like it's spelled Ears Up K9 on YouTube. And from those two, you can find pretty much anywhere we're at. Obviously, Ears Up K9 on Twitter as well. We do a little bit things there. But like, if you need anybody's looking for dog training, like want to book a session or anything like that, www.earsupk9.com. You can message me from there. And yeah,
there's a link in your bio on your Instagram.
How long?
Yeah, link in my bio is for everything. If you go to my Instagram at the Pack Leader 7, you'll find the link tree and it'll link you to everything else.
How long is the session?
Could go anywhere from maybe from anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. It just depends because there's a lot of talking and teaching. So that's why I don't do like per hour. I do it per session because the session's not necessarily done when the clock strikes 1 hour. We might need to do a little bit more. And, I quit when I think the dog's at the optimal level for that session. And that's where
then it goes for how long?
No, it can go.
Weeks.
It depends on the package. Yeah, so like on my website, there's different packages. You can select doing like 5 sessions, and you get a little bit of break on the per session price because you do 5. You can book single sessions. I do board and train, my 2-week, 3-week, 2-week on leash, 3-week off leash, and e-collar. And I have behavioral packages that go more in depth depending on the dog's situation and how bad the problems are. So that depends on how long you keep the dogs. But there's different packages for different things. So just depends on what the dog owner wants. You know what I mean? So whatever they want a basic on leash dog, then it's it's a little bit less of a package and it's a little bit cheaper. So, but I pretty much do anything like that. Doesn't matter dog, any dog, any breed, any size. I train them. It doesn't matter. Chihuahua, Great Dane.
Does age matter?
Age doesn't matter at all, really. I mean, the younger the better, right? So I start training dogs at 4 months old for for on leash and off leash packages and stuff. But I mean, the earlier the better because they have less bad behaviors instilled. When they have less bad behaviors, it's easier to not. You don't have to condition them. You don't have to correct them out or recondition them to be right. They don't even know already. So, but older dogs, it just takes direction. And a lot of dogs want to learn and want to do stuff. The owners just don't know how to do it. And that's where I come in and I help them learn how to actually communicate with their dog properly. Or I teach the dog and then teach the owner. And that's pretty much it. So, whatever you need, I guess, you can. I'm available in the Tennessee area, and even if not in the area, people come from all over to bring their dogs to get trained by someone that they think actually knows what the hell they're talking about and provides a quality product. So you can search me anyhow you want to. Reviews on Google, it doesn't matter. You'll see a 5.0 rating. So, so thank you guys for the opportunity, and it's freaking awesome meeting all of you. Don, I mean, it's been a long time, but it's funny how everything works, I guess.
It's meant to be, man.
Yeah, it's cool, man. So thank you for welcoming me into your house. And
thank you for
Dan, yes, sir. And Dan, nice meeting you virtually. Hope to meet you in person sometime. So I appreciate you as well, sir. Thumbs up, guys.
I think he fell asleep.
Oh, sorry. I was that boring. Sorry.
We are wrapping things up. This has been another episode of Toxic Masculinity with your hosts, Don the Predator Frye and myself, Dan to be Severn. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. Beast out.